Damn, why did the main antagonist of this game have to have such a bopping soundtrack? So good. Oh, good God. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna be getting up very early, and I'm gonna be just grinding away at that Ace Combat lore video. Let me tell you, I am so excited to get that done. I was talking with Boulder with it, and we already got sound files recorded for it. Oh boy, it's gonna be so fun. Hey, sending good vibes, but can't stay because of spoilers. Enjoy whatever endings have left to give you. Thank you, Annie. Thank you very much. We have only 14 endings left, and we are fully into the peak. We are fully in peak territory. Uchikoshi has re-entered the writer's chair, so we're out of the slump. Everything's gonna be good. Now, I do have a hard stop today, so, oh, Annie, I will tell you this. I would recommend strongly against doing all 100 endings as a goal. If you want to do it after you play it some, go ahead, but going with that mindset, I would recommend against it, honestly. Anyway, that's all I will say for ya, Annie. Hope you have a good day, man. Kodaka was shocked that people after went and did actually every ending. Of course, after some of the endings we got. Okay, well. So, I do have a very, very important question for the knowers in chat. I suspected heavily that we were going to interact with the boxes timeline and everything on the Kill Ito side of things. I actually do want a spoiler on this because I would rather not learn about what happens in the quote-unquote main route by accident through chapter 13. Is there going to be any point in which I am going to be hopping into a route that I have not seen yet by continuing on to doing chapter 13? Because I do not want anything spoiled from anything that I haven't seen already. I only want to be interacting with the stuff that I've done already. Did I swap on over to a different line? Yeah, I must have. Where are we? Yeah, we're in comedy route by default. Because my big concern right now is that suddenly I'm going to be morphing into something in the main line right now. And I'm pretty sure you've seen every route that shows up in this. Okay, good. Because I really do not want to touch anything around here. Because, man, could you imagine? Because I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think killing game route is even required to get over here. Could you imagine, just not doing killing game route and knowing that Ado existed in that line? No, it isn't? What do you mean? Plus it spoils the CGs. Yeah, that too. Yeah, I would have hated to have done this, route. The lock for killing game? There is no lock for killing game, isn't there? The lock, it isn't a requirement. Yeah, okay, we're on the same page. Yeah, I would have hated to get spoiled about, killing game that way, and knowing what, knowing that there was an extra Ito in that timeline. I mean, I guess you could have technically have known about it from the, box of, well, you would have been aware of the possibility of a random Ito around from the box route. But at least that's not like hard confirmation that he did end up going there versus just like, oh, he could have gone anywhere. Like, I still don't know where Gi Kako could have gone after I don't know what the pronouns are at that point, man. Let's just go with she. She hops on out of there. Presumably SF, but maybe she did some other shit that I don't know about? I mean, it's possible, at least in my mind, that she could have just hopped onto the main line and just decides to be the secondary antagonist for the main line. Imagine just playing for the main line for us, and then suddenly Kako shows up, and it's like, okay, time to murder everybody. Okay, anyway. So, let's keep on going with the line that I had here. If I remember correctly, we chose to skip out on the battle. What was this choice? What you tell them what you saw? Oh, whatever. Okay, so to recap, we chose to, not join the battle the next day after we decided to use this line to go up to here, up to the where is it, the slasher, one of the slasher routes, to prevent at least one line from ending up with Takumi killing everybody. And in doing so, we created a different line, but there's something wrong with the distress signal transmitter, or it's not a viable option anymore, or something. That is what I remembered last. I don't think Hiroko said why it wasn't a viable option, but maybe we'll find out. And we decided to not join the battle because we took too much leap damage coming back. It seems random that we had that leap damage, but maybe it happens on this line as well. We'll continue everything from up to here, and then we'll come back down to going to coming of age timeline. So we'll keep on going with this line, come back down to here, or whatever choices pop up. And we'll hopefully get some more endings today. I'm gonna guess that there are... Let's see. That produces a branch. Keeps on going. There must be at least 4 endings here. Maybe 8 to this line. Alright, let's keep going. So, we skipped the battle last time. Woohoo.
Good morning. Well, good evening. And welcome to day 73, actually.
Yeah, and I don't think we heard the results of skipping out on the battle. Maybe somebody died. I had absolutely no memory of the previous day. I wasn't even sure how or when I fell asleep the day before that. I asked Hiroko what happened, and she explained.
It's the leap damage again. If you take it easy for a while, the symptoms should subside.
How long is a while, exactly?
More than 2 or 3 days, I can tell you that much.
And yesterday's battle?
It was trivial. Nothing but cannon fodder.
Okay, good.
Oh, I'm glad it went well.
You don't sound like you mean that. Are you upset?
A little. I feel like I got benched before the game even started.
Aw, Takumi, you only missed one battle, man. Hiroko's expression softened a little.
Can you stand?
Huh?
I'm asking if you're able to move.
Probably. If I try.
All right. Then come with me. I have something to discuss with you.
What? We went to the wrong timeline? Keep it down. What if everyone hears you? Wait a minute. So you're saying on day 50 we didn't go to the killer timeline, but the zombie timeline? Oops. That's right. When did you realize? This afternoon. I went to inspect the PLM and noticed when I was checking the logs. That's why zombie timeline Takumi was that explains a lot there. He was cured on day 50 by us. So I didn't end up becoming a killer in the zombie branch? Yes. How could you mess that up? Excuse me, have you forgotten? You're the one who set the machine that time. Oh, Takumi. She's right. I was the one who decided we should go to the serial killer timeline, and I'd been responsible for setting up the machine. We were 10 minutes past the beginning of the leap window at the time. I'd configured the machine quickly to regain the time we lost. Clearly, I'd screwed up. It was a careless mistake that ended up putting us in the wrong timeline. You've got to be kidding me. If we call the serial killer Takumi 2, this means Takumi 2 still hasn't been cured. I'm afraid not. Okay, so it occurs to me. Wait, no. Oh, are we going to end up? No, that's not possible. Okay, so, which ending was it? Okay, I think it was, one of these endings. It was the line in which Takumi is dead. I don't think this really matters. Who kept killing people then? If it wasn't Takumi? Because it seems like Takumi is definitively dead in this timeline. And it can't be Gikako. How does that work? Because Gikako, at least, one of them at that point, I presume, cannot, like, hop on into this timeline. So, there's at least some gap in which there's another, suit guy who is, as of yet, unidentified. Because I think my original assumption was that, it was like a zombie version of Takumi. But we saw his corpse, didn't we? And I guess there was no gi active that, no, like, actual gi, like, the one that takes over dead bodies. So, who in this gap, took over the slasher duties? If this Takumi was dead? Huh. I kinda just wrote that off, didn't I? How are you so calm about this?
Oh.
I'm always calm. Sure. We continue our discussion as we change locations. Kiriko, when are the blood space waves going to surge next? Use the device to check for yourself. It's tonight, 12:05 a.m., just a little past midnight. Technically, that's tomorrow, day 70. Are we gonna go back and kill that version of Takumi? But then who does the rest of the murdering then? Huh? Okay, I am really excited to find out, because there's at bare minimum, there is a significant gap in which, at least in my head, there is no way a Gikako could do that. And people were still dying then. I don't remember when exactly Nozomi said people were dying in that line. But it was clearly still happening between then and... Whoa. Technically, that's tomorrow, day 74. Hey. I'm not arguing the details with you. Oh. So what do? We leap. Where? The serial killer timeline, obviously. Today's day 73. Takumi 2 has already killed 4 people. Ava, Moko, Takamura, and Karara. But if we jump now and cure him, we can at least prevent him from committing further murders, right? We could build a new railroad Takumi 2 stops his crime spree. I messed up the settings, so I had to take some responsibility for what he did after day 50. It's only right I make up for that. I mean, we can't just let him run wild, can we? I am so excited, chat. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Are we gonna go like, is this Takumi gonna go crazy and start killing people, or what? I understand where you're coming from. Unfortunately, there are 2 reasons we can't go and fix him tonight. 2 reasons? First, look at the device again. When does the leap window close? 12:35 a.m. Exactly, we only have 30 minutes. Even if we ran full speed from the lab to the school, that journey would eat up all our time. It's not possible to heal Takumi 2 and make it back. Then, what if we just stayed there? Have you lost your mind? We have no idea when the blood space waves will surge again. There's no telling when we'd be able to come back. And even if time wasn't an issue, we still wouldn't be able to fix Takumi 2. Too much time has passed since the Gi awakened. The Gi data will have already eroded every last nook and cranny of his brain. The brain rot. The program will no longer be enough to remove the glitch. This is why you should give up. You need to give up on the idea of making him better. Is that clear? But what if Takumi 1 kills Takumi 2? Who does the killing then? Can't be healed. He can't be healed. The words repeated in my mind like a haunting echo. Just then, somewhere in the maelstrom of thoughts came in an idea. All this means is that I need to kill Takumi 2 myself. Okay. That explains so much about why Takumi died at 12:05 a.m. I found myself in the lab alone. I wasn't sure how I got there. That reminds me of something Hiriko said.
Serious sleep damage can affect the brain and rob you of your memories and your ability to reason.
Oh no, is this version of Takumi gonna go on and become serial killer because he's forgotten everything? Memory issues aside, my reasoning still seems intact to me. I was being completely rational. If I let Takumi 2 continue to run loose, more of my friends would end up dead. If we can't cure him, I need to get rid of him. That was the rational conclusion I'd come to after calm and careful consideration. That's right, that's why I came here. Oh boy. To kill myself.
Time to leap to the serial killer timeline.
And then you just stay there? (1:30 a.m.) By the time I made it to school, the leap window had long since closed. It looked like I'd be staying here for a while, but that didn't concern me in the moment. I was too focused on fulfilling my goal. I was still wearing my leap suit. The idea of killing myself while being recognizable made me uncomfortable. I wanted to consider Takumi 2's feelings too. He'd be able to rest easier, figured he'd been killed by a mysterious stranger rather than knowing he'd been killed by himself. Just then, I realized I was holding something tightly in my hands. Oh, here I go, power sawing again. It was a power saw. I had no recollection of where it came from. Maybe I picked it up on the way here? Anyway, I better go look for Takumi 2.
Anyway, I better go looking for Takumi 2.
Okay. My consciousness was fading in and out again. Suddenly, I was in a first floor hallway. Are you sure you didn't get the key data active again? I didn't have to look far. Takumi 2 was right there in front of me. So was Nozomi too. Nozomi, run! This way! The moment they spotted me, their faces contorted in terror and began to run. They began to run. I couldn't let them get away. I hefted my power saw and gave chase. We're back to it. Which way do we go? This way. Oh, here I go, power sawing again. Thrilling gameplay. Thrilling. I thought I saw Nozomi back there. Oh, so this Takumi just goes crazy and continues killing, or? That's so dumb. I finally cornered Takumi 2 at the top of the staircase. I was slowly closing the distance between us. I raised the power saw and then... I wasn't sure how, maybe he slipped, but Takumi 2 fell backwards, tumbling down the stairs. I quickly followed him down. And there he was, splayed out on the ground. His face twisted in agony. He seemed barely conscious. He must have hit his head. Now's my chance. I can kill him right here. I ferociously rushed over to Takumi 2, holding the power saw high above my head. I just can't do it. Kill myself? How could I? How could I possibly do that to myself? I lost my strength. Lowering the power saw, it slipped out of my hands and clattered to the floor. Suddenly, Takumi 2's eyes flew open. There was a sinister light in them. As soon as I saw it, I knew what it meant. It was the Gi. The Gi was awake! It really was inside Takumi 2's brain. In fact, Takumi 2 was no longer with us. It made more sense to call him Takumi G, while the Gi had control of his body. The next moment, Takumi 2 swiftly scooped up the power saw from... Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! He just... Oh my god, they just swapped places! They just swapped places! Oh my god! He just swapped places! That's how it happened! Oh my god, that's actually really good! My backslash, I fell to the floor. I could feel how horribly deep the wound was. But strangely, it didn't hurt. Maybe my spinal cord had been severed, preventing the pain from reaching my brain. Soon after, Takumi G made a series of weird, strange decisions. He removed my leap suit. He dressed me in a replica of class armor made with the Giftomatic. I wasn't sure what the process of that was. It just happened. Once I was in the class armor, he got into position beside me. Then, as if to further torment me, he mercilessly shredded my back with the power saw. More like the Plotomatic. When he was finally finished with his incomprehensible course of action, Takumi G left with a satisfying grin on his face. All that remained was my body dressed in class armor, or more accurately, my corpse. After all, I'd stopped breathing a long time ago. Alright. SF root, a form of suicide. Okay. I really liked the conclusion to that. Okay, that explains so much. And it's actually pretty satisfactory. Okay, so, in conclusion, let's see. Where is it? So, in conclusion, it was Takumi all along, the same Takumi we were playing as. It's just from Nozomi's perspective, she thought that it was the Nozomi from her timeline. Takumi G was still alive, just in the suit, all that time around. Okay, I really like that conclusion. I think that's yeah, that's pretty solid. Okay, so, join, tomorrow's battle. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, we're gonna join the battle tomorrow and see what shenanigans happen because of that. I awoke suddenly, my eyelids opened and I saw, yep, there's Hiriko. Does that retroactively move that Nozomi ending up a tier or what? Actually, yes. I think it does. I think it definitely does. Like, I am going to be reserving a lot of judgment for, whatchamacallit, where is that ending? I gotta reserve a lot of judgment for, the, ending 100 until I know more about the circumstances that led up to that, because it's clear that other timelines have something to do with that ending. So I am reserving judgment on ending 100 until I get more information. But yeah, that does retroactively move up the ending 69 up a little bit more. I think, where do I even have ending 69? One second, let me I don't have the tier list up because I wasn't expecting to do more stuff with the tier list today because I didn't have time to make more. One second, I'm out tabbing. Where did I put ending 69 previously? Also, y'all better be saying nice. Why did I put it in DRV free case free tier? Okay, that is going to be going up to at least it is an ending positive vibes, because, yeah. Yeah, it actually does make that ending quite more satisfactory. I still think the other pair of it, of where you just, like, kill, Takumi G, is not exactly the most satisfactory. It's just like, oh, okay, we just walk off into the sunset. It is an ending, sure, but yeah, that would actually raise this up quite a bit, actually. 100 will likely be paired with whatever SF route leads to that conclusion. Yeah, that's absolutely what's gonna happen, because there's a lot of questions that that ending brings out, and depending on the circumstances that we find ourselves in, this could be like, this could be the closest thing to a happy ending for the whole squad. I still think that there's gonna be a lot of caveats with it, though. There's no way that there's gonna be such a clean ending without some kind of sacrifice. At least on that route. But, yeah. Yeah, I really like that conclusion. I think it tied in very well, answered a lot of questions, and actually makes that route a lot more intriguing. Okay, let's keep on going. I hope the rest of the SF endings are like that, because if most of them are like that, I'm in for a great time. Hey, come on. Okay, we are going to be discussing... Oh no, we're coughing up blood. Okay, so does this just end if we try to join the battle? Yeah, sure. What's the worst that can happen? I would have really call them plot holes, Duck Game. I would just call them as, like, open questions. I would only call them plot holes as soon as I, complete all the game and I was like, well, where did that go? Where did that go? Where did that go? I wouldn't call them plot holes. It seems very intentional what they were going to be, plot threads. Yeah, plot threads, definitely. That's the better wording there, Duck Game. Here we go. I have to fight. Takumi. I'm telling you, I'm fine now. I won't hold you guys back in the fight. But I can't just sit here and watch. I can't just sit around while everyone puts their lives on the line in battle. Please hear me out. I really genuinely want to fight for all of us. Hiriko shut her eyes. After a heavy sigh, she spoke. Fine, if you insist, but if it gets too much for you, let me know immediately. A servant can't die before his master. That's an order, you hear me? Yeah, of course. Hiriko quietly took her leave after hearing my answer. It didn't take long for everyone else to show up in my room. It must have been a shock for them to see me awake after I'd been unconscious for so long. They cheered, they cried, they sang happy tunes. Once all of the emotions settled down, they carried me outside and threw me into the air over and over again. As I flew through the air, I felt certain I had made the right choice. I would fight to protect them. That was the right thing to do. It couldn't possibly be a mistake. At the same time, I was more sure than ever that I needed to stay alive until 10 a.m. on day 100. For all of us, for Hiriko, I have to keep everyone alive to the very end. I made a solemn vow in my heart as I flew in the air, coming just that small distance closer to the satellite. Day 72. My head was fuzzy. Everyone was already gathered inside the war room. They were discussing all the details of our upcoming defensive battle, but I could barely hear anything. It was like my head was submerged underwater. Takumi, are you okay? You seem a little out of it. Hey, are you listening? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. He can't help it. He's still in recovery. He was asleep for 20 days with an unknown infection, after all. Apparently, that was the cover story Hiriko came up with. It was as good of an explanation as any. She was in no position to start talking about leap damage, after all. Yeah, this can surely not backfire. But can you fight like this, dude? Shouldn't you get some more rest? I said I'm fine. I won't get in the way. You have to believe me. I clenched my fists and pleaded. Immediately after, the alarm sounded.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds.
Czar, we are very deep with the morbing. We are in deep with the morbing. This is pretty much like... The last ending I got was pretty much everything I wanted out of this game. It just took a very long time for it to arrive. We are definitely in the Uchikoshi line, if that's what you're wondering, and I am enjoying it so much. It took a little while to get going, but as soon as we started making choices, I think this is pretty much everything I wanted out of this. So, let's go.
Defense mode.
We're probably gonna hit another ending here in just a second. Okay, guys, let's do this. Special defense unit, move out. Oh, is the cutscene the same? Okay. I would have thought that this would be a different cutscene. Got the whole squad together. Yeah, it is the what looks to be one with all 16 fighters, but I was expecting like something to go wrong for the crypto globin because that's what they were implying would happen. I guess we're built different.
Help me!
Oh no. I think we'll skip. Not like this.
Takumi, are you sure you're going to be all right?
Why do you ask?
You look like you're struggling with every step.
Struggling? No way. We're only fighting minions anyway. This is nothing.
Are you certain of that, Sir Takumi? You're absolutely pouring sweat. It doesn't look like it's nothing.
Drop it! I told you not to worry about me. Forget that and focus on the next wave. Here we go!
No! Help me!
All right, are we gonna die immediately after this, or what's gonna happen?
Are you freaking kidding me? That's all there is?
There's no commander this time, so yes, that's it.
So, do you remember Dol Shal, Hiroko?
Ugh, what a letdown.
Like appetizers with no entree.
It was so easy.
But it makes me feel unsettled.
Maybe it was a harbinger of a future disaster?
Oh no, you got me. No.
You mean a death flag?
Oh no.
We still won. Isn't that what matters?
Yeah, I guess so. Well then, Takumi, go ahead and lead our chant.
Atticus, the route is indeed peak. It is indeed peak, Atticus.
Takumi?
Takumi, you don't look so good.
Hey, Takumi! What's the matter? Snap out of it!
Takumi!
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 Takumi! Alright. Day 98.
Fine. It's your 98th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. The end of your school days are so close. Now then, keep your spirits up and protect our beloved school and the human race to the last.
Does the game allow you to win non-boss battles if you've beaten that battle before, or is there an easy game mechanic to win fights? Boss fights, they let you skip as long as you have seen it once before. Which, honestly, I would recommend against, because there are some unique, things that can happen in certain battles I have found. Like, the first time, Flamo, intervened on the battle, that would have been a skipped battle if it allowed me to skip at the start, and I would not have wanted to miss that. Yeah. So, as soon as you've seen the battle for once, if it is not a unique battle, because there are a few battles that are actually unique, like Coming of Age, Route had a very unique, final battle, in which you fought against your own team, you fought Veshness, then you fought Ado, and then you fight Ito again, if I remember correctly. I came to along with the morning announcements. I heard the date loud and clear. Day 98. Can't be. I murmured to myself and tried to get out of bed, but after being asleep for so long, I couldn't get my muscles to engage. I twisted around and rolled out of bed, steadying myself against the desk as I forced myself to my feet. I had to ask everyone what happened. They should be at breakfast right now. I stumbled out of my room, leaning against the walls as I made my way to the cafeteria. Everyone was there. When I arrived, everyone was there, just as I suspected. They were frozen like statues, their jaws practically on the floor. Takumi? Wait, there was someone missing. it was Nozomi. I couldn't see her anywhere, but before I could ask, Gaku started talking. Hey, are you guys messing with me? Why is Takumi here? What do you mean, why? He must have come too. Yeah, Takumi's awake. Yo, you're back, Yay, woo. Please, never show that sprite again. Thunderous cheers echoed around me. Everyone gathered round. They hugged me and ruffled my hair. They clamored with delight. Eventually, where's Nozomi? Once their excitement had subsided a little, I fixed my hair and cleared my throat. Can I ask what happened over the last 25 days while I was asleep? Where'd it start? We took turns looking after you. What about the defensive battles? We had one on day 87, one on day 93. An elderly warrior named Dalshal came both times, but we vanquished him. Oh, speaking of battles, Specialist is coming tomorrow, but you don't need to fight. What? Of course I do. Just how clueless are you? You're in no shape to fight. That's right, Mrs. Samito. Take it easy and get some rest. Cane Rat, I have no idea. Honestly, Ava is probably the worst thing in this game. I don't know what the hell the writers were thinking besides gooning out. I really don't. If your leap damage gets any wait, you know? If your leap damage gets any worse, we'll all be in trouble. Huh? I couldn't believe my ears. How did you guys know about leap damage? I told them everything, even about the time loop. Why? Well, we grilled her about it, asked her if you really had some kind of mystery infection. We were all like, you need to tell us what really happened so we can find a way to cure him and save him together. Just like that. But
if you tell them the truth, we're guaranteed to have the worst possible outcome. I've lived through 146 loops, and there's never been a single exception.
maybe we find the exception this time. Pardon a crap smear like me for opening his fetid face hole, but shouldn't we be happy? Takumi's finally better. That's right! I'm so happy I could do a backflip! And I finished making the baby chart too! Now we just need Nozomi to wake up. I couldn't keep up with all of this. Everything they said led to new questions. What's a baby jar? And what happened to Nozomi? Yeah, about that. Everyone fell silent. Something must have happened. Something that was difficult to talk about. Yuriko, why don't you tell him? We still haven't eaten breakfast, so... Alright. Takumi, come with me. Yuriko left the cafeteria. I hurried after her. Eventually, we reached our destination. Oh, no! What? What the hell is going on? Why is the escape pod all corroded? Oh, fuck. We're gonna need to find more QB fucking liquid. Can't you tell? It's particle bacteria. But we sprayed QB liquid all over the school on day 42. Inside the school, yes, but we must have missed some affected areas. The bacteria found its way through the vents. It vented. We found out 10 days or so ago. There wasn't any point in spraying it down with our remaining QB liquid. Even if we'd done that, there'd be no way we could have the pod repaired by day 100. But then, when the final attack launches on day 100... Yeah, I get it. I get it. Don't worry, the attack's not going to launch. Why? We're going to stop it. How? We're going to take the baby out of the machine in the defense room. You can't do that. You'll kill him. Normally, you'd be right, but we can't just remove him without a plan. That's why Tsubasa made a baby jar. Here's a photo of it. Like she said, she just finished it, so the jar's still empty for now. We're going to put the baby in there as soon as we're finished with breakfast. Will he be able to survive that fate? Why is Surrey allowing this? Yes, the jar has a life support system attached to it. So then the missiles won't be fully charged with its energy, which means we'll be able to stop the final attack. Oh, I guess I don't have anything to worry about after... Oh. Nobody told you to worry in the first place. I can't say we're totally in the clear, though. Are you talking about Nozomi? Hiriko nodded. What happened to her? I think showing you would be the best way to explain it. Come with me. She's in her room.
Nozomi? Why is she glimmering?
It was day 85. I brought everyone to the lab to tell them about parallel leaping. On the way back, A tiny meteor
What?
came flying down from the sky.
What the fuck are you talking about? And hit her in the head? What?
It exploded in midair. And
Huh?
these
Huh?
particles
Huh?
of light
Huh?
came
Huh?
raining down.
Huh? What do you mean? The meteorites! 87 endings, chat, and new bullshit is being introduced. I mean, we'll see what they have to say. Okay.
Nozomi was completely covered in them.
And?
Thankfully, she doesn't seem to have any external wounds. But she lost consciousness immediately after it happened.
No, this is new bullshit, Duck Game. There has literally been no other endings in which fucking meteorites came down. Okay, let's get that Nozomi collapse. Oh my god. Not before. But she lost consciousness immediately after it happened.
That brings us to what you see here.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Is her life in any danger?
No. She's just sleeping. Her breathing and pulse are normal. So, don't worry about that.
I stared hard at Nozomi. She was comatose, and yet for some reason it didn't make me feel anxious. Maybe it was because of magnificent shine coming off of her body. To me, it looked like something sacred that could only be granted to a chosen. Woohoo! What? Now then, we've taken up a lot of time getting you up to speed. Everyone's waiting in the cafeteria. We need to head to the defense room to put the baby in the jar. What about breakfast? You're going to have to skip it. Are you insane? I've been asleep for 25 days. But you are still fine, aren't you? We were feeding you intravenously. Now that she mentioned it, I realized I didn't really feel hungry. Come on, let's go. True evil appears without warning. It was a realization I felt too keenly. Back in the cafeteria, Hiro and I greeted by a scene that was difficult to process. What?
How?
Huh? What the fuck? Wait a minute. What day did... wait a second. Day 85, you said. Oh, for fuck's sake. Was the meteor arriving like Gi Kako arriving into the world somehow? Oh, for fuck's sake. Kiyoshika, Ima, Doremi, Gamu, Takamura.
This can't be.
The blood drained from my face. I was weak in the knees. I could hardly continue standing upright. What the hell happened here? I clutched my chest and tried to take deep breaths. Calm down, I told myself. I had to stop panicking and make sure I was really seeing what I thought I was seeing. Takamori, Yugamu, Ima, Darumi, and Kiyoshika, all 5 of them were laying limply in a sea of blood. There wasn't even a hint of movement. It was clear they were already gone. But it wasn't just them. The other 8 laid out on the floor around them. There was no sign of blood on them. Were they okay?
Snap out of it, Takumi. We need to get them to the infirmary.
Right. Got it.
No sooner than I took a step forward. Hey, Geekaka, what's up?
The Gi-infected Kako. It's Kako G.
What a terrible nickname! Could you please not call me that?
What the fuck do you want, man?
Anyway, you know me? You must have been to that timeline then. Have you been following me? Not that it matters now.
Kakoji continued speaking as she swung around her survival knife.
What a shame. I was about to kill the rest of them too. You just had to show up and ruin it.
You must be the one who ran away from the mystery timeline.
Mystery timeline? I'm not familiar with that name, but you're probably right. Except I didn't run away. I just got bored and went somewhere else.
Where? Where could you have gone?
By the way, I made sure to slaughter every last one of them in that timeline.
Why would you do that?
Did I never tell you? Deep inside me, there's an unstoppable urge to kill other animals. It's part of my reproductive instincts. I was born that way. For me, killing feels like what your species does in bed. But if you ask me, the things you do there are far more grotesque and repulsive. Oh, look! They've started to come around while we were talking.
What did you do to them?
Nothing too serious. I just put some sleeping pills in the water
For
cooler.
fuck's sake! A fucking water cooler again?
And then everybody drank the water and fell unconscious.
Exactly. Anyway, it'll be a problem for me if they wake up. The odds of a 10-on-1 fight aren't in my favor. This doesn't mean you've won, though. I just don't want to harm this vessel. I've had her for more than 75 days now. I've become quite attached.
Okay, so, okay.
I really must be going now. See you around.
We're just letting her leave? I was about to protest when... What? Kako G ran out of the cafeteria. Unbelievable. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Duh. We have to chase her down!
Wait, Takumi. We need to do something about our friends first.
Damn! You're right.
Hiroko and I examined the bodies of the first 5. They bled out, having lost all their cryptoglobin. We couldn't revive them. The strength left our bodies, and we collapsed to the ground. It wasn't long after that until the rest of the unit came. They were all horrified to see the carnage came to. They were all horrified seeing the carnage before them. Kako was particularly distraught. She clung to Ima's corpse and held it tight. She wailed like an animal, shaking her head and heaving heavy sobs. Even now, the shock still colored their faces. Hoping to calm everyone down a little, Hiroko and I brought them to the gym. I see. Sleeping pills in the water cooler. We drank it, and it knocked us out. My head is so fuzzy. My vision is all blurry, too. I can barely stand up. But who would do this? Let's make one thing clear. The culprit is not one of us. It's some kind of creature that came from another timeline. Creature? Yes, a Gi. Hiroko was probably trying to spare everyone by leaving out that it was possessing a version of Kako. If our Kako were to find out, she'd probably be beside herself with grief and guilt.
Hey!
Hiroko and I will go after that. You guys wait here. No, I'm going too. Kako, I understand how you feel. No. I'm going to kill that thing. I gotta kill myself. After screaming at the top of her lungs, Kako lurched forward. The effects of the medicine haven't worn off yet. You can't run like this. How can you say that? You were the one in a coma for days. Yeah, but I feel fine now.
No.
Enough of this, Takumi. Iri, we need to go. Everybody take care of Kako. Got it? Why? I want to go too. I want to go. Let me go. Kako was having a complete meltdown, tears streaming down her face. Everyone frantically tried to hold her back. Thanks, guys. That's what was all I could say before Hiroko and I ran out of the gym. We were unsure if Kako G was still on the premises, but we still searched around the school just to be sure. When we reached the war room,
Sire and Nico too.
Hiroko rushed over to them. After a short inspection, she turned to me, her face ashened.
They're completely destroyed. Totally beyond repair. It's possible she hasn't given up on trying to kill us all.
So, maybe.
We looked at each other as the realization dawned.
This is bad.
Nozomi's in trouble.
No, Nozomi! We bolted out of there, making our way to Nozomi's room on the rooftop. We burst into her room, looked at the bed. Impossible. She's gone. No. We returned to the rooftop and looked around. Just then, we heard the sound of a propeller turning. It's coming from the schoolyard. I ran to the fence. I grabbed onto it and looked down to see a fire extinguisher drone hovering off in the distance. Sure enough, the under that drone was... It's Kako G and she's holding somebody. It's the Zomi. Kako G cut through the wall of fire with the drone and ran along the path it cleared for her. Hiriko, let's go. Right. What is Kako G doing? We rushed to the city ruins. There was no sign of Kako G. Where did she go? Could she be going to the lab?
Hey!
When's the next leap window? Tonight, starting at 9:20 p.m. Then what would be the point of taking her there? Why would she even want to take Nozomi to another timeline? How should I know? I don't even know why she took Nozomi in the first place. Anyway, the lab's the only place that makes sense, so... I know, let's go. And not get some backup? Surely we can spare, like, 2 or 3 people to come with you. Not everybody needs to be at the school, helping out, Kako. And surely they can at least help a little bit. At least have some more visual awareness or some shit. We ran for the lab. After 5 minutes of sprinting, Hiriko suddenly stopped. Look, there. She was pointing down an alleyway. I could see something stirring there. It was Kako G, but he had already spotted us. What? She jumped high up in the air and vanished. With the Zombie in her arms all the while. Damn it. We were so close. How is she like Superman flying? An instant transmission? We stared in the direction Kako G had fled. That's not where the lab is it? No, it's the complete opposite direction. So she's not trying to go there? I don't know. She might be trying to misdirect us. Then I'll go look in the direction she went, and you can search. Have you forgotten how incredibly strong Kako G is? We can't risk facing her alone. It's too dangerous. She had a point. I didn't care what happened to me, but I couldn't let any danger come to Hiriko. Then we'll have to look together. I agree. Let's search any place she might have wanted to go. But in the end... Wow, we visited all these places. We couldn't find any sign of Kako G anywhere. And as we were searching, the sky grew dimmer. Night fell. Clinging to our last hope, we ventured into the mountains to the northeast. We kept walking for some time until we approached the summit, of where we finally spotted a wriggling shadow. Kako G, we found her, but she found us too.
Wow, not bad. You figured out I was here.
What can I say? Vermin has a very distinctive smell.
Are you talking about me? I'd say your kind are the real vermin here.
What do you mean by that?
I wonder...
Just tell us what you want. Why did you take Nozomi?
When I was on the roof, I saw a light coming out from under her door. I went inside to investigate and saw her in bed. I knew it the moment I laid eyes on her. She's a variant.
What?
A variant?
When a certain species is exposed to a special kind of light called a dream ray, their body's composition morphs them into something called a variant.
Why not? Why not?
I'll spare you the details, as I doubt you could
Why not?
understand. But variants are a rare delicacy for my kind. I must return to my native planet and offer up her body to them.
Okay. Oh, sure. There's the Gi homeworld. Why not?
That's why I'm looking for a craft to take me back. Specifically, our own craft, which is capable of warp travel.
I asked Kako G if that meant there was a craft nearby. She replied readily enough.
There should be, but that doesn't appear to be the case in this timeline. Our Our spacecrafts can travel through blood space, so it may have ended up in another timeline instead.
Or spacecrafts can travel through blood space, so it may have ended up in another timeline instead. What? I'm trying to think if there's anything besides the escape pod that she could be talking about. This is definitely Ochikoshi. You're 85% done, and he throws in even more insane nonsense. Yep, we are fully in there. My thoughts were interrupted before I could ask any more questions. Oh no, the leap damage! I was suddenly overcome by an entire violent fit. It must be my leap damage acting up. The world swayed in front of me. My legs went weak, and I fell to my knees. Oh no!
Are you all right, Takumi?
Your Takumi collapsed! Are you alright, Takumi? Kakuji saw an opportunity and took it. With a smirk, she held Nozomi close. And launched herself into the air, vanishing into the darkness. Okay, sure. Why not, game? Shortly after, my fit subsided and I got up on his unsteady feet. I knew your leak damage wasn't healed yet. No, it's because I didn't eat. I'm out of stamina. Don't lie to me. Let's just go. Go where? Who's the dimwit now? Kakuji practically spelled it out for us. What did she just say now? Her spacecraft might have ended up in another timeline. Oops. She really is going to the lab this time. I nodded and took off running. Here it goes right behind me. We huddled down the mountains and raced between the buildings in the city. We made it. What time is it? 9:35 p.m. The leap window opened at 9:20 p.m. That was 15 minutes ago. Then stop yapping and move. Okay, here goes. We raced into the lab. There, we saw someone in a leap suit on the circular platform next to the machine. It had to be Kakuji. One second, I will be right back. Right back. Portal opened at 9:20. It's 9:35. It could be someone else. Yeah, it could be. In her arms was another suit-clad figure. Nozomi, obviously. Light particles started to fill up the air before our eyes. They were going to leap any second.
We can't let them escape.
A memory from the mystery timeline came flooding back to me. Nozomi defended me. She sacrificed her own life. I didn't want it to happen again. I couldn't lose her. I promised her. I promised. I had to protect her no matter what. I hunched over, about to leap toward Kakuji, but then Hiriko yelled at me.
Takumi, no! You can't! You need a suit!
Oh. No. Is this why Takumi has the specialist skills? Because he's gonna get, like, scattered between blood space or something? Like, what specifically did they say happens when you go in too much unprotected?
If you go again unprotected, You won't make it. You'll die.
As far as you know. After hearing Hiriko's plea, I knew what I had to do. We're going in. Hell yeah! I didn't hesitate or delay for 1 second. My body moved before my mind did. Alright, what happens? I found myself laid out on the ground. Kakuji must have locked me away after we jumped timelines. She wasn't in front of me anymore. I got up and rolled around to see her disappearing towards the exit. Nozomi still in her arms. Damn it, I need to chase her down. No sooner than I took a step forward. An intense pain ripped through my spinal cord. My head spun, my stomach turned. My body went numb and unresponsive, but I couldn't let Kakuji get away. Staggering on my feet, I ran out of the lab. I found Kakuji right away. She was running full tilt toward the end of the street. You won't get away from me, shocker! My steps strode off the ground as I swiftly started to chase after Kakuji. Maybe it was the adrenaline, but the pain in my body was fading. I could do this. I could catch her. I could gradually closing the distance between us as I ran. Just a little more. I could reach out and touch her. I'm not letting her get away. I felt as if I lost her. It would be all over. I'd never find her again. My body was almost reaching its limits. The pain was coming back. Every cell in my body was screaming for oxygen. But I couldn't stop. I summoned all my remaining strength. I viciously lunged for Kakuji's back. Or tried to anyway. However, Kakuji threw Nozomi down, ground to a halt, and turned around.
Fool.
Huh?
And then I was still running when her fist smashed into my gut. It was one hell of a powerful counter. I flew through the air, twirling like a baton before landing hard on the ground. Kakuji was quick to follow up. She kicked me over and over as she spoke.
You are an imbecile. Do you really not understand why I ran? If I stayed in the lab, I knew she'd come, and that she'd get in my way.
She'd come? Hiriko?
I needed you to be alone, so I could torment you. That's why I led you here.
Intense pain jolted through my body every time her foot connected with me. I couldn't tell if the pain was from her kicks or from my leap damage. But as I took kick after kick, I eventually stopped feeling anything. It was like my body was made of rubber. My consciousness soon detached itself as well. In the end, I couldn't tell who she was I couldn't even tell who she was stomping anymore. Time continued to pass.
I feel better now. And you shouldn't have an unbroken bone left in you.
Kakuji spoke and turned away. As she started to walk away, I saw Nozomi on the ground ahead of her.
Nozomi!
I remembered her name as I stared at her, but more memories of the mystery timeline came flooding back. I hadn't been able to protect her then. She was the one who protected me. She died defending me. She was smashed to pieces. But the Takumi of this timeline is different. I'm built different. I'll do anything, even if it destroys me. I'll give my life to defend Nozomi. I will save her. Huh?
But how?
I built different.
How could such an ugly species manage to?
Kakoji fell to the ground. I quickly took off her helmet and put my hand on her neck. She still had a pulse. She was breathing normally. She was just unconscious. I ran over to Nozomi. Just like I'd done with Kakoji, I removed her helmet to check her. She was fine, still asleep, but she would survive. It was just then I heard footsteps. Running over to me was... Hiriko. Still alive, I see. Yeah, both of them. All of my bones are broken, though. I met you. You left 3 times now without protection. You could have died instantly. Built different. Sorry, nothing that a little QB liquid will fix, though, right? Hiriko sighed and pulled something out of her jacket. What is that? A beep. What? What? Since when? Since fucking when? What is this bullshit? A beam gun that generates a special electromagnetic pulse. I borrowed it from Tsubasa. I never go anywhere without it. The electromagnetic pulse is harmless to the human body, but it can damage really small creatures if you crank the output high enough. What? Just watch. Okay, let's up the stun lock counter. What the fuck? Since fucking when? Hiriko made her way to Kakoji, laid out on the ground. She stopped beside her, pulled the muzzle to her temple, and pulled the trick. And that's the end of Kakoji. Or is it? Or what? Immediately after I was confronted by her grotesque sight, a horrible squirming creature began to wriggle out of Kakoji's mouth. I'd seen one before. I could never forget it. It was a Gi Queen. To be more precise, it's a female spawner. In the zombie timeline, it was known as Alpha 1. Well, this one is originally from the Box of Calamity timeline, so it's technically not. How? When? What? In the zombie timeline, it was known as Alpha 1. Well, this one is originally from the Box of Calamity timeline. So when? When did it get to the other what? So technically, it's not that Alpha 1. When did it hop over? So Kakoji's back to being regular Kako now, right? Yes, we should be calling her Kako Free instead. She's a denizen of the Box of Calamity branch after all. But will her brain be okay? I would just examine her. Her vital signs don't show any abnormalities. We don't have to worry about her dying, even though we stabbed her in the back. She's just losing a lot of blood from that wound on her back, so we should treat the wound quickly. My heart clenched. It wasn't Kakoji laid out on the ground. It was okay. Even if my back had been up against the wall, I felt guilty for hurting her. By the way, what should we do about this thing? I followed Hiriko's gaze. She was using the heel of her shoe to pin down the Gi Queen wriggling on the ground. Isn't it obvious? So many of my friends have been killed by that monster, I didn't even have to think about what we needed to do. I lifted my foot, and finally, ready to exact my revenge, used all my might to crush the disgusting little creature. And that was the end of the Gi Queen. Okay. The Gi let out a grating shriek, writhed in pain for a few seconds, then went still. Okay. Now then, let's get out of here. I'll take Kako Free, so you can take no. So, what is it? Everything was over. I'd finally been able to kill the horrible Gi. I guess I was relieved. I was completely exhausted. Suddenly, the leap damage-induced fit I'd been holding back this whole time hit me like a raging torrent. All at once, I lost consciousness. Day 99? When I came to, I saw her sitting there as always. So what timeline did we arrive in, then?
If I got paid for every time I had to carry you, I could afford a beautiful mansion in an upscale neighborhood by now.
Do we just not know what timeline we got into? 1 second, chat. 1 second, I need to reconnect my Bluetooth headset. Okay, hopefully that, maybe the logs will tell you if you don't attack Kako Jeep. Maybe, we'll find out.
Sorry for all the trouble.
Don't worry about it. You can lick my boots clean again to apologize.
I don't remember ever doing that.
Really? Huh. I must have my timelines confused.
I tried to smile, but I couldn't. Not even my cheek muscles would move. Intuitively, I knew I didn't have long. The damage had begun to consume my entire body, killing myself.
I told everyone you took care of the Gi. They were all very grateful.
But many of our friends are dead.
They cried and thanked you for avenging everyone it killed.
Oh shit, Festus is still coming. Oh, we're fucked. A touch of warmth returned to my cold body. Why is my headphones cutting in and out? One moment, chat. I am gonna have to do some more extra things. 1 second. Audio's gonna be muted for a little bit. I will be right back. Okay, audio should be fixed now on my end. It would have really sucked if I didn't hear if audio got cut out at this point, because I feel like this is actually a pretty good section here. A touch of warmth returned to my cold body.
What about Nozomi?
She's still sleeping. Awaiting a kiss from a prince, I suppose.
She's safe, even if she's not awake. I felt myself grow warmer still.
And Kako 3? What's wrong?
We couldn't save her in time.
I doubt you'll believe me, but someone showed up and stitched up the wound in Kako 3's back.
What?
Someone? Who?
A woman in a white coat.
What?
When she was done treating Kako's injury, she carried her off and disappeared. She got on board some strange silver vehicle.
Okay, I didn't understand. What was that? Because of the leap damage? Are my brain cells so broken that I'm starting to hear things?
Anyway, she seemed like a good person, so I don't think we have to worry about Kako 3.
Wait, but...
The alarm sounded immediately after I spoke.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Defense mode initiated.
Looks like Festus is here. Well, we need to go to the war room. Wait, why are you getting up? Do I really need to explain? Of course you do. Exactly what is it you think you're doing? I'm going to fight.
No.
Don't be ridiculous. Fighting in your condition would be suicide. I knew it. The leak damage has impaired your ability to reason. I'm completely rational. I want to fight for my friends. I didn't die last time, did I? Your symptoms have gotten far worse since then. You've left 3 times without a suit. The next time you do it, you will die. Are you okay with that? I didn't have time to worry about it. The enemy was already beginning their attack. I needed to decide quick, and my decision is... Nah. Hiruko's right. They can handle it.
Huh?
You're right. Maybe I should stay put. I knew you'd come to your senses, but it's not because I'm afraid to die. I just don't want to get in your way out there. Everyone would be worried about me and trying to protect me. Ado can take this. They wouldn't be able to fully focus on the fight, so in the end, I'd only be holding them back. In short, you're making this choice with everyone's best interest in mind. Yeah. Good. You've made the right choice. I give you 100 points for leadership. Sorry, I can't be of any help. And now you've lost all your points. The captain is meant to boost morale of his fighters, you know. You're not wrong. Okay, then. You got this, Hiruko. I know you'll win. Know your place, servant. What? Anyway, I need to get going. Hiruko ran her fingers through her hair with a smirk before rushing out of my room. Immediately, I was overcome by a fit I'd been trying to hold back. I had been hoping at least to watch everyone from the roof as they fought this final battle, but it looked like it wasn't going to happen. I lost all strength and collapsed on the spot. We're gonna see Veshna's just hovering above us, ain't it? I didn't even have enough energy to claw to my bed. Soon, a piercing pain stripped me of my consciousness. Day 100! It was early in the morning before the usual announcements could play. I was standing on the roof. Hiruko was in front of me. Oh, they won. You really are resilient, Takumi. You could barely keep yourself upright, can you? There's no sense in trying to act tough. I nodded sincerely. My life would be over soon. The weakening of my pulse made that very clear.
Oh.
You're not going to ask about yesterday's battle? You're standing here, aren't you? Besides, I'm... right. Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done. You don't need to thank me. Is everyone else sleeping it off? No, they're all in the cafeteria. Really? This early? We ran into some trouble. They're discussing it now. What kind of trouble? Hiruko hesitated for a moment. There's no point in keeping secrets, I suppose. The baby jar. Somehow it suddenly disappeared! Huh?
Oh.
We noticed it after the battle. I'm not exactly sure what's happening, but I think it's likely somebody stole it. Somebody? Who? Kakoji? No, I doubt it. She didn't have it on her. Then who? Hiruko seemed to have an inkling. I had a faint recollection of something in the corner of my mind too, but I couldn't quite make it out. It was hard for me to tug on the threads of my memories. More than half of my brain cells were already dead after all. Oh, so you're down to 1 brain cell, ain't it? Needless to say, the baby wasn't in the jar. We were going to put him in after breakfast 2 days ago, but after what happened to the others, we didn't have the time or the capacity. Then the missiles in the final attack. Yes, they're already charged with the energy. The escape pod was in ruins. There was no way we'd be able to fly it into space. Which meant, at 10 a.m., we'd all... No. No way.
Takumi, you can't go on much longer. It's okay. You don't have to say anything. I don't want to cause you any more pain. I do have one bit of good news. Nozomi's awake.
Really?
Yes, and she's doing fine. So don't worry. For some reason, that strange light of hers vanished when she regained consciousness.
That's good to hear. She's awake. She's okay.
I managed to save Nozomi in this timeline. And I avenged the mystery timeline's Nozomi too. But even though I saved her, she'd be gone soon. So would everyone else. Burned by the flames of the final attack. Instantly wiped out. Oh, so they... So this team goes to the mystery timeline then? Just then, something sparked in my mind. A nearly vanished fragment of my memory suddenly turned vivid again. Summoning what little strength I had left, I asked Hiriko a question.
Hey, Hiriko? When's the next time we can leap?
Leap?
Yeah,
Why do you want to know?
just tell me.
The window's already open. It'll last another 3 hours.
I see.
Pain ripped from my body. I somehow managed to string my words together as I wrote it out.
Hiriko, listen closely. Jump to the mystery timeline.
What?
The attack won't launch there. We can save everybody.
Hiriko's face reddened slightly, but it soon faded, her brow furrowing as she bit her lip. I knew what the change in expression meant. We could save everyone if we jumped to the mystery timeline, but Hiriko and I...
In short, if all of the Special Defense Unit members in this timeline survive until 10 a.m. on day 100, the sum of all those lives will serve as a huge weight that can tear away the mighty spring that is the time loop.
Assuming Ado is actually telling the truth there.
Have to do it all over again.
Yeah, but that's not so bad.
What's another 100 more days?
Doing it again. Spending another 99 days.
Sure.
Together. With you.
Honestly, after approaching 88, we're gonna hit endings in just a few more lines. After doing 88 lines, I'm starting to understand why Hiriko's the way she is.
Takumi.
Vomits blood all over you.
Oh, Takumi. Takumi.
Hiriko, let me get this straight. We'll really be safe if we go to the mystery timeline you're talking about? You really are dense. How many times do I have to tell you? The final attack won't launch there, huh? You aren't telling us why that is, though. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I don't know about this. By the way, where's Takumi? He's already there. You're not wrong, Hiriko. Huh? Why? He had to take care of something there. We don't have time. I'll explain everything later. Alright, let's get going. And then Hiriko left because she couldn't stand to tell what happened. Yes, very well. I put on my leaf suit, of course. I made sure to check for holes first. I got everyone onto the platform, and then here
we go!
Phew. Here we are at Last Defense Academy. But if this is really that mystery timeline or whatever, it looks exactly like our school. Everyone was looking around curiously. I took the opportunity to break away from the group. I hid in the shade of the tree and observed them shortly after.
You're kidding.
How?
Why?
It's not possible.
Ah.
Thought they were dead.
Endgame 100. This is how it connects.
How are you here?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I mean, this is...
A miracle! It's a miracle, everybody!
All of us are alive.
Hero Code 7.
That's right. We're alive.
Brother dearest.
Sister dearest.
Brother dearest.
Sister dearest!
Ema and Kaka ran to each other, flying into each other's arms, and after that...
Nozomi? Nozomi!
Takumi 7 ran to Nozomi and held her tight. Everyone crowded together, hugging each other, patting each other on the back, pressing their cheeks together. I heard cries of delight, loud and clear, even some sobs. I watched it all, and then I quietly took my leave. So what are you thinking, Hiroko? Takumi. I'm back. I picked up Takumi's body and quietly whispered to him.
The next loop will be number 147. I don't know if it will be the last, but I'll never forget what happened here. I'll remember. Always and forever. One day, we'll get out of here. We'll leave this infinite loop together. I know we'll make it. If anyone can, it's us. You said so yourself. If you keep believing in something for long enough, you can make it happen. You can overcome any obstacle in your way. So, I'll continue to believe. One day, we'll wake up on day 101.
Easy peak Uchikoshi ending for me. Easy. Easy. Like, no question. I might have actually liked that ending better than 72. Damn. That was... I really like that ending. What tier is ending 100? I think that would be a great Kodoka. Is there something between Kodoka and Uchikoshi? I don't know. I still feel like there's something a bit missing from there. But maybe I'll have to think about ending 100 a little bit more. I think I need a little bit more... I'm still going to reserve judgment on ending 100 until we get up to SF. It's definitely not a bad ending. Definitely not. I think it's definitely going to be, at least, it is an ending positive. It might earn great ending. I'm not sure yet. Okay, we'll join the final battle and then instantly die. Woman in a white coat. What is this bullshit about? So what happens to this? Do we just like instantly die or what? Hirko, they already died. What? 5 of our friends already died. So we can't break free of the curse cycle this time. Yeah, so the outcome is the same either way. Whether I live or die, we're going to be right back to where we started. So if nothing else, I want to choose a path that doesn't leave me with regrets. I want to fight for everyone in this timeline and end this. Hearing my insistence, Hiriko replied, "You really are stupid because beyond any hope of redemption." She nodded quietly, her eyes welling up. You're so freaking late. What were you even... Wait, Takumi? Are you okay? Yeah, I found a miracle medicine. As you can see, I'm back and better than ever. I lied without hesitation. There was no time to try and persuade everyone. Takumi, thank you. Huh? You avenged my dear brother, didn't you? I guess. Are you okay, Kako? Not at all, but I'm going to fight with everything I have. For brother dearest! For Birger! Alright. I nodded firmly before turning to everyone else. Okay then, here we go. Special Defense Unit. We move out for the final time. No one's in chat. Is there anything unique with this battle, or is it standard versus battle?
Not like this!
Not like this!
Help me!
There's so many of them. Just what you'd expect to see in a final battle.
And according to Hiroko, Veshnes won't be showing up right away. Is that right?
I don't think it's different. Okay, we'll skip then.
Yes. As you can see, it's all of her minions. We need to deal with them first.
Then let's get to killing!
Right. Let the battle commence.
Ugh. Yep.
That's the cannon fodder dealt with.
Which means it won't be long.
Yeah, she's coming. Stay strong, everyone.
Just as we predicted, Veshnes arrived, calmly approaching from the distance. I could hear everyone's breath hitch. Tension filled the air. At last, Veshnes stood in place. She stared right at me as she spoke.
You're still alive? I didn't see you last time. I thought you were done for.
I still got life in me yet. Just try and take it from me.
I've no need. I will live for another 1,000 years after all.
Oh, like another 1,000 seconds?
Got him!
I only give her 100.
Unfortunately for you, in 100 seconds, I'll be the only one left standing. How about you?
This is so stupid.
Everyone, careful! She's going to use an undying flame attack soon.
Got it! Understood.
Yes, but we don't. Oh, no, they didn't dodge. Okay. And Moko once again dies.
You certainly are tenacious. But your tenacity ends here. Prepare to taste my true power!
Ugh, such corny villain dialogue. It makes me wonder why you didn't just show your true power in the first place.
Isn't that obvious? I'd like to enjoy the sight of you hideous worms writhing in pain as long as I possibly can.
Of course.
Shut the hell up, you hag. Go burn ants with a magnifying glass if you want to be a sadistic bitch.
Ava, you...
Takumi, are you okay? Yeah. Just so excited to fight after so long.
Yeah, totally.
Making it hard to breathe.
Are you sure?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Takumi.
Veshness, your wish is my command. So take a good long look. You can see all of the agony you want when you're down there in hell. Burning up with all the other psychopaths.
Hell? The only one going there today will be you!
I would have died. Would have died if Vestas was like, hell? What the hell's that? There's no concept of hell in our religion.
Is that a challenge? Bring it on!
Okay, everybody. Here we go.
Everybody! This is our final battle! Give it everything you've got and take her down!
Bow down!
Hello, it's been a while.
Oh shit, you're still around. Hello, it's been a while, it's me.
Shion! I couldn't stand to sit around and watch, so here I am. Zure and Nigo are gone now anyway. But why? I wanted to offer some support. I thought my power might be useful.
Thank you, Shion. But don't completely burn up your strength. You did that in another timeline, and...
I understand. I'll figure something out. More importantly, what about the poison trap?
It's complete. Kurara is in charge of setting it.
Wait, what trap?
There's no time to explain.
Let's do this. When I attack, Veshness will be temporarily immobilized. Use that opportunity to set the trap. Okay, I'm still kind of confused, but we've got this. Shion gave us this opportunity. We can't waste it.
The Veshness is definitely weakened. We won't get a better chance than this.
Okay, I can do this! I will do this!
Your pathetic attacks are nothing.
Nothing.
I will kill you and become God! I'm not going to let myself die here! A species as ugly as yours?
Wait a minute. Ado?
This can't be. I refuse. I refuse. Someone as great as I can never be defeated.
She's just raging. Alright, I'm actually gonna let the cutscene play out for once.
Invaders. Now that you've won, there's only despair in this planet's future.
Imagine if Takumi collapsed mid cutscene here. Yep, that's what I was kind of expecting to happen.
Truly, the worst of all bad endings.
Yeah, we killed that freaking hag. Vicious is dead. Eat shit, you stupid bitch. We won? We won? Yeah. It's all thanks to everybody's hard work. I wonder what our friends are faking up there in heaven. I bet they're so happy. Brother dearest. It's over. It's all over. I don't know if this was the right decision, but if nothing else, I have no regrets. I did everything I could. I used up every bit of strength in my body until nothing was left. My heart felt clear and free, like a blue sky unburdened by so much as a single cloud. Yeah, this was the right choice. I whispered that assurance to myself. Absolutely. Hiroko heard me and responded, and then I collapsed. A massive quantity of cryptic globin spewed out of my mouth. It was like a waterfall, or even a geyser. It spurted out in gobs, as if it were fountains pulsing sobs, pooling around on my feet.
Takumi!
Mr. Samino!
Oh, Takumi!
Everyone began to call my name. The shouts turned to shrieks, and then eventually morphed again into sobs. Before long, I couldn't hear anything. Silence. Total stillness. But I felt a gentle warmth too, as if someone were holding me to their chest. It was so comfortable, I wanted to stay there forever. Always and eternally. But my hope was in vain. The warmth soon disappeared. My consciousness had vanished. The last thing I remembered wasn't a color or a sound. It was a scent! The sweet scent of, soft scent of lavender. The scent of lavender. Alright, that was alright. Alright, let's go for ending 90. I can't wait to at Joe and say that I'm 90% of the way through. Alright, once we get our next ending, I will take break. I don't think it's gonna take too long. Suddenly, I froze up and I stopped in place. Was it because I didn't want to die? Because I valued my life too much? Nozomi had thrown her aside her own precious life to save me, and yet, despite everything, I couldn't get my legs to move. When I snapped back to reality, the two of them had already disappeared. Particles of light flickered in the air. They jump into another timeline. Takumi snapped out of it and chased after Kako G. I figured out where they headed from the log. The machine's all set to go. Are you listening? Ah, right. Hyuga and I put on our leaf suits. Okay, what timeline are we going to, Hyuga? The 16th hidden timeline. It's hidden somewhere in this school. We jumped timelines to go after Kako G. And we resumed our search for her. But she was nowhere to be found in the city ruins. We turned our attention to the mountains to the northeast. Kako G had likely gone on there in search of a spacecraft. What do you mean in search of a spacecraft? What was that what she had found? Unfortunately, though. Takumi, I'm sorry, but this is it. We can't go any further. Are you crazy? Kako G's gotta be in those mountains. We need to keep going. The time limit is getting closer. This is as far as we can go if we're going to make it back in the lab in time. No. We're not going to give up on the zombie. We will find her eventually. I'm sure of it. But now's not the time. There's nothing more we can do. We can't leave the others to fight Vestas without us tomorrow. Okay, why aren't they in their suits? Did they just take them off? 1 second, I'm just trying to make sure if I'm paying attention. Okay, it just said that they never took them off. Okay. I thought you weren't going to let me fight. I wasn't, but I'm staying here. What? I'm staying in this timeline to find Kako G and Nozomi too. Oh, is this the timeline in which the life form detector said that there was 2 extra people? Don't be ridiculous.
Hey!
Just go back without me. I'll keep looking on my own. I can't abandon Nozomi. I'll do whatever it takes to save her. Takumi. Good luck with the battle tomorrow. I know you'll do fine. With that, I started to run off to the northeastern mountains.
Wait, Takumi! Takumi! Takumi!
A lot of yelling of Takumi in this route. I heard Hiroko yell my name over and over again, but I kept running, never once glancing back. Sometime after that, I arrived in the mountains. It was eerily still and silent all around me, without so much as the rustling of leaves to be heard. I crawled on my way through the bushes, climbed up cliff sides, and crawled along the ground in search of Kako G and Nozomi. But I couldn't find them. I couldn't find anything, not even a clue leading me in the right direction. No, it's day 98. It's well after the 2 extra people. In one of the endings, there was, they pulled out the life form detector and they said, wait, there's two extra people? Why is the Eerie Dream, music playing? This is Eido's theme in the multiple Eidos. Why is this playing? At last, it was day 100, 10 a.m. And then... What? My consciousness was rendered to ash, vanishing without a trace. All that remained was regret, lingering like an internal grudge. The fuck? The coward's final day. What? I mean, I guess that's what you get, I guess? Okay, we got our 90th ending. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna at Joe saying that I got 90 out of 100. Alrighty. Let's hop to a route with free time so I can play a little bit of music. Let's just hop on over to Coming of Age, because it looks like we're gonna be, looks like we're gonna be jumping to Coming of Age next, I think. Okay, that one didn't feel that great. Wait, what the fuck was happening on this one? Oh shit, right. I completely forgot about that Soma form. Okay. Okay, let's get some music going and then, wait, we got new music? Where? What? There's a different version of the credits song, I assume? I haven't even heard the regular full thing until we get all 100 endings. Cause I haven't even checked the check. Okay, I guess we'll listen to this after we actually it'll probably get muted in the VOD anyway. So it'll be for VOD boys anyway. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's get Survey Supervision up and going. And I will be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go add Joe saying that I'm 90 endings in. Greetings, greetings. All right, let's get that off. Are you doing a writer tier list after you get all endings? Sure. Once we can see the credits and I can find out who wrote what, sure, we can do that. Can't wait to find out what these two sound like. I haven't even heard this one yet. I imagine we'll get it at the very end or something. We'll find out. Oh god. We're almost to the end, y'all. We're in the last 10% of this game. And honestly, I think we're gonna be going through these pretty quickly. Okay, so did we complete everything that results here? So we got 3 endings from this. Another ending here. Okay, I guess there's gonna be like 4 more endings over here. Huh, okay. This is probably gonna be a beefy route, probably. Alright. It's time. Let's hop on over to coming of age route. There are so many questions I have now that they just shoved in at the last fucking minute. God damn it, Uchikoshi. This could have been nice and tight, but no, no. Alright, let's get those liver mortis codes. I decided. I think you might be right. So we're going to coming of age timeline? I nodded listlessly. This doesn't mean I don't feel anything for everyone in the serial killer timeline. But what matters to me most is everyone here is in this one. You don't have to explain. I know how much it pained you to make this choice. Takumi, this is the right choice. We won't regret it. No, I won't let it cause us any regret. Hiroko placed her hand on my shoulder, and I felt some of the tension in my chest ease up. 7:40 p.m. It's been 10 minutes since the leap window opened. In order to regain the time we lost, we speedily put our leap suits and configured the machine. And then...
No. There we go! Alright, we've made it to the school, but we can't afford to linger. Why not? We have until 11:10 p.m. That's plenty of... Have you forgotten what we came here to do? Look at the code on Darumi's back, right? Yes, on her dead body. Where do you think that body is? I don't remember anything about this timeline. You should still know Darumi was killed in the battle against Vestus on day 9. That day is the start of this timeline and the Boss of Calamity timeline. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us buried her. Now that you remember, you know what we have to do.
We're going to dig up her grave.
Hell yeah, we're gonna be grave robbers.
Do we have any other option? That's why I said we couldn't linger.
But...
I understand your reservation. I don't want to do this either. But our hands are tied. We have to do this if we want to go to the artificial satellite.
Okay.
I grabbed a nearby shovel, shut my eyes tightly, and dove into the ground. Hugo and I started to dig in silence, each shovel full of dirt. There was a searing ache in my chest. Eventually, we saw Darumi's body in the dirt. She was drained of her cryptoglobin, leaving behind nothing but a blackened mummy. It was tragic to look at. My heart felt like it was about to burst. I averted my eyes.
We have to do this. She fought valiantly to protect all of us in this timeline. Her body is the embodiment of all of the nobility and sacredness of that act. It would be rude of us to look away.
I bit my lip and gave a small nod, looking back at Darumi.
I'm sorry, Darumi. I'm going to have to move you a little. We're doing this so you can live on elsewhere. So please, forgive us.
Hiroko apologized as she lifted up the body and turned it around. On the back was a single number.
Does that say 5?
Seems so.
We carefully restored Darumi's grave.
Thank you, Darumi.
Please, rest in peace.
We passed our palms together as we said goodbye to her, then quietly took our leave. Day 51.
Burn Atom troops! Get ready, prepare, be ready to give.
Alright, so we're back to SF. I made my way to the cafeteria for breakfast, and when I got there, I saw everyone but Surrey and Igor. Takumi, how many times is this now, man? Yeah, would you just kindly stop disappearing all of a sudden, Cat? Oh, right, because we were going to be going to a party. We went over this last night, didn't we? Takumi went out to the city rooms to discover destroy some enemy recon devices. Isn't that right? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ado. I wasn't sure why Ado was covering for me, but I decided I better just go with the flow. Hiroko, you went off exploring and never came back. What were you up to? Well, you met up with Takumi in the city, right? Then you finished the mission together. Yes, exactly. Mr. Sabito, at least say something before you take off. Yeah, we would have helped you destroy those devices. There weren't that many of them, so there was no need for us to send a huge group. I think Takumi was just trying to be considerate when he decided to go alone. He didn't want to ruin our plans for the Hump Day party. That's why he did it. But in the end, the Hump Day party was canceled. Huh? You and Hiroko were gone. There was no point in doing it without you. I see. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. No, you had something to deal with, although I guess you don't need forgiveness from this degenerate trash heap. But I'm seething. If you want forgiveness, you'll have to play Russian roulette with me. Hearing Darumi say that brought tears to my eyes. It reminded me of her as I saw her last night. And here she was, right here in front of me alive. I couldn't stop the emotions from surging inside of me as I thought about it. Hey, don't look at me like that. It's not good for my mental state. Okay, then let us all enjoy some Russian roulette. Ava, do you know what Russian roulette is? Yes, of course. Miss Kawano can soup up the wheel, so it goes full tilt. Mesdames et messieurs, place your bets. Oh, for the love of murder. Thanks to Ado's cover story. Hiroko and I won't question any further. Everyone ate breakfast together and left the cafeteria. The ones left behind were Hiroko, Ado, and myself. Sorry about that, Ado. Thanks for the help. Yes, thanks to you, we somehow managed to explain our way out of things. But why the stat story? Takumi, you vanished right before the Hump Day party, right? I thought if I didn't say anything, everyone would get upset and go looking for you. Then your clandestine activities would be interrupted. So I said what I said to appease everybody. Did you know what we were doing last night? Nothing specific. I had a vague notion you might be leaping to another timeline, though. I told Ado about the parallel leaping, by the way. Right, I know all about your little secret. I know better than anyone that your objective is to keep everybody alive. So that's why you covered for us. I told you before, right? I'll do everything it takes to regain your trust. That's why I came up with that story. Sure, this is not gonna end badly. Can't wait to hear Rumble for the 5th time in this game. Though I gotta say that, chat, I have been listening to Rumble in my gym workouts. That song is a banger. I left Hiroko and Ado and returned to my room. Then I started my usual rounds. Oh, more free time. Oh, you guys know what that means. We can sleep max now. We're done with everybody. I had a feeling you were here. We don't need to arrange meetings anymore, do we? If we have something to talk about, we could just come here. Does that sound good? I nodded. By the way, have you looked at your device yet? Not yet. What? You don't care when we'll get our next liver mortis code? Not really, it's just... Then look now, you'll be surprised. I pulled out the device and looked at the screen. I saw the numbers on the display and... Are you serious? 12:05 to 12:35 a.m. on day 74? Yes, that's the next time blood space waves will surge. That's more than 20 days from now. That's right. Liver mortis codes we know right now are Tsubasa 2, 808, Maruku 0, Kako 9, Shoma 3, and as we saw last night, Darumi 5. That's a total of 6. But we need 9 codes in all. So we need to wait until day 74 until we can find the other 3. Unfortunately, you're still not quite right. It's likely impossible we'll be able to get any on day 74. We only have 30 minutes to leap on that day. It takes longer than that to get from the lab to the school, even if it's sprint. It's just not possible. Hiroko nodded over a deep sigh. When do the blood space waves increase after that? That's not on the device yet, so we have no idea. Yeah, Orkin, and I had that exact thought earlier, and I asked chat specifically if we did anything with, like, anything we haven't seen on Route 00. And fortunately it seems like chat has confirmed that we don't do anything with that. I was very worried about that after they just casually like, jumped into the killing game route, because that would have spoiled who was the final sponsor. I still don't quite understand, and I'm not sure if we will ever find out what the deal with the second version of Gi Kako was, because that version of Gi Kako presumably died, right? But somehow she got multiple copies of herself? I'm very uncertain of how exactly all that worked. Anyway, let's keep on going. Either way, our goal stays the same. We need to get to artificial satellite as soon as possible. Whether that ends up happening on day 80 or day 90. Well, even if we leave with 10 days left, it beats being stuck here. Then let's stay focused, Tagumi. For now, we continue our school routine as usual until day 74. Things will be fine. Don't worry about the defensive battles. We know exactly who will attack us and win. At the very least, we can be sure no one's going to die permanently on the battlefield. Of course, I'm not going to let them. I'll protect them on the battlefield or anywhere else. Well said, Captain. I expect great things from you. Artificial satellites suspended in the night sky seemed just a bit further away than usual. But I couldn't let fate get me down. I narrowed my eyes and cast a sharp gaze at the satellite and its cold glint. I am still really curious of what happens when we get to the satellite. I still don't know what's up on the satellite, and I still think there is something up with the satellite. Oh, we're just skipping a bunch of days, aren't we? We're gonna skip all the way to the battle. Day 56. 4 days, I lived out my life at the school like I always did per Hiriko's advice. I laughed and traded with everyone. Sometimes he got into arguments too, but we didn't experience any serious issues and time ticked away in relative peace. It did suck that I got the second sponsor spoiled. I don't know why they didn't require you to play Killing Game. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry, Urkanen, that you learned about Ado that way. I was so happy when it turned out to be Ado all on, just for shits and giggles. There was nothing we could do without liver mortis codes until the blood space waves peaked again. I allowed myself to temporarily forget about that and focus on living as normal a life as possible. Day 56 came to an end. Day 57 would be upon us, the day of the next enemy attack. And this is Zenta, so yeah. We'll skip this battle. Is everyone set? You've all drilled the details of the next photo into your heads, right? The commander's name is Zendaya, right? Excuse me, are you stupid or something? It's Zanzibar. You're both wrong. It's Zenta. And she has the ability to make copies of people? Milko had no idea what that ability did to her the first time I went through all of this. I found myself almost slipping up and telling her, but stopped myself just in time. Sounds like a real pain in the ass. It's fine, we have nothing to worry about. This time, Centaur will show up with her factory settings, for lack of better words. What the hell does that mean? Hiroko must have been trying to explain that Centaur would show up as herself rather than a copy as one of us. At any rate, I doubt she'll be more of a problem than any other commander. As long as we're careful not to get copied, we should be able to win with ease. Or so Survey and Nicole told me yesterday. Yes, exactly. So true. She got it word for word. When's the enemy gonna be here again? Right after our wake-up call. Although we've disabled the announcement for today. Why is that? Well, you're already up already, so there's really no sense in playing the announcement. Nicole barely finished speaking when it started.
Intruder alert. Defense.
I don't think I'll ever get used to this alarm. You'll be fine. The Sakumo twins are by your side. Okay guys, let's do this. Special defense unit, move out. Easy skip, easy skip.
That's one problem dealt with.
Now we just have to defeat their commander, Zendaya.
I told you, it's Zanzibar!
It's Zenta! Never mind her name. We must simply kill her.
Here we go!
Woo! Woo!
I am Zenta. My soul shall live on.
For those finding when something strange happens in Centaur's body, she exploded. It splintered all over and burst into tiny pieces, disappearing in a plume of smoke.
What was that?
Did she self-destruct? I think she did!
That bitch couldn't fight for shit.
Yeah, she wasn't worth getting sick over.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Exactly! We managed to defeat her!
Everyone nodded in sync, though they all seemed dumbfounded by the abrupt end to the battle.
By the way, how did you like my moves, everyone?
I saw signs of effort, but it was nothing to write home about.
Ava, why are you so hard on me?
Because you irritate me.
Cut right to the bone with that one.
Anyway, since we've won our fight, why don't we do our thing?
Oh, you're not usually so eager, Shoma.
Sorry. I went and opened my gaping sewer hole of a mouth.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Hey, snap out of it, Takumi. That's your cue.
Oh, right. Ready? Go!
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit! Fight on!
And so, ended our defensive battle. The next attack would be on day 63. We'd be fine if we could just keep this up. We had nothing to worry about. We patted each other on the shoulders and returned to the school for spring on our steps. Surely nothing will go wrong. Is there ever going to be a day in which we actually reach 101? At least we're just skipping through days now. That's good. That's good. Another 4 days passed quietly, like the calm after a storm. Nothing exciting happened. If I had to mention something, I guess it would be that the spice blend in Karawa's curry was a bit extra hot. It upset Showa's stomach, leading to somewhat explosive situation. We had to do some thorough cleaning up. What the fuck? Afterward. Other than that, nothing of serious significance happened besides Showa shot himself. Okay, and the days went by almost too peacefully. Very cool game. I was honestly starting to forget about the liver mortis codes. If things kept going like this, there may be no reason to go looking for them after all. I got the feeling we might be able to manage the last 38 days without doing anything too special. As long as we kept holding strong against the enemy attacks anyway. We were due for another battle soon, tomorrow the morning of day 63. It's okay, things will turn out fine for us again. I reassured myself, crawled into bed and fell asleep. Day 63. Oh, this is all the information there is on the enemy? Yeah, it doesn't seem like there will be any commander this time. So we're just going to fight a bunch of weaklings? That's right. Man, that's hardly even a real battle. Nevertheless, it wouldn't be without its challenges. Challenges? The cannon fodder they sent this time, they talk. They'll scream for help or call for their mothers as they attack. Does that sound... That does sound, challenging. What's the big deal? Isn't it more fun when they are crying for their mommies? Yep. Oh, for the love of murder. There's something seriously wrong with you two. Yep. You're the one to talk. Shouldn't we just avoid listening to them? How do we do that? We could just yell over them. If we're all screaming, we'll drown them out. But what should we yell? If we just make noises, we might still hear what they're saying. Then why don't we yell the multiplication tables? Multiplication tables? It's pretty basic math. We are out of school after all. That's a great idea. Let's give it a shot. Yes, truly an ingenious scheme. I think I can tell where this is going. And then it happened.
Intruder alert.
Heh, look who finally decided to show their ugly mugs. Okay guys, let's do this. Special defense here to move out. I don't think we're gonna do all of chapter 13 today. I have a very hard time limit at about the 4-hour mark. But I think we'll at least get through most of it, and then tomorrow we're gonna be going. We're gonna be going, man.
Not like this!
Not like this!
I don't want to fight!
It's true. I can hear them. I can hear them talking.
I cannot get enough of this! It's making me hot and bothered. I cannot believe I get to kill them while listening to their pathetic cries!
Very cool, Ava, very cool.
It feels amazing, doesn't it? Let's just ignore those two.
Everybody else, stick to the plan.
Multiplication
Here
tables.
goes. Starting with 2.
2 times 1 is 2.
2 times 2 is 4!
2 times 3 is 6.
2 times 4 is 51.
I saw it coming from a mile away.
Mommy, save me!
Does it actually cancel out their voices? No, it doesn't. I think it would have been hilarious if in the background, instead of the "not like this,"
We finished with them before we were even done with 6.
if in the background, instead of it being the "not like this," it was them actually doing multiplication. Just on a loop.
We're not done yet. There's another wave.
Guess I'm gonna have to face the challenge of the 7 times table.
Gaku, don't tell me you can't do math either.
Shut up! 7 is easy peasy.
Anyway, just ignore what they're saying, guys. Here goes.
Not like this.
Not like this.
I don't want to fight. Yeah! Take that, you freaking small fry!
That was a piece of cake.
Oh, are we done already?
I kinda wish there were more.
Absolutely not. I've had quite enough of multiplication.
If another wave shows up, we'll have to start multiplying double-digit numbers.
No! Please! Mercy!
Everyone burst into laughter.
Anyway, seeing as we won, right, it's time.
Take it away, Captain.
Got it. Ready? Go!
Special Defense Unit, best in the world, indestructible and undefeated. Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on!
27 days left. I felt sure things were really going to work out. Surely. We just had to keep going, but unbeknownst to me, something in the shadows, things were starting to come apart. Little by little, it would start to gnaw at us. What? Let's see. Ado, my king, are you gonna be doing some shit? Day 64. Day 65. Day 66. Over the past 2 days, everyone got less communicative. Whenever somebody did to speak up, it was to make fun of someone or make a cutting remark. It wasn't like anything like our usual joking. There was no affection to it. Everyone seemed like they wanted to take out their frustrations on the people around them. I didn't know why it was happening, but we had been living together in the same place for over 65 days. It seemed natural enough that all the stress had been building up might come out as resentment. The matter of the liver mortis code still on hold. Hiroko and I hadn't decided which timeline we jumped to on day 74. We only have 30 minutes anyway. We couldn't get to the school from the lab and back again in such a short time. Still, it felt like a waste to let one of our rare opportunities to leap slip by. That's why Hiroko and I were at a loss of what to do on that day. Today was day 66. We were about to pass the 2/3 mark. 1/3 of our time left. I hope we wouldn't run into any serious issues, but things don't always work out. My expectations would be crushed the very next morning. What happens on day 67? There's no battle. I don't think Geek Cackle's gonna show up, so...
Get ready, prepare, just be ready to give your life.
I mean, silver-haired woman in a spaceship showed up. I went into the cafeteria to get breakfast. As soon as I walked in, I heard screaming. Ado, I heard you were making some real loud... something real loud with Tsubasa in the garage last night. Loud? Don't play dumb with me. Shoma saw you. It's true. It was at 1 o'clock in the morning. I was wandering around the school because I couldn't sleep when I saw both of them making something that looked like a gun. Oh, so that's where Hiroko gets it. Okay. A gun? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it. This is what I made. It's a beam gun that generates a special electromagnetic pulse. It's just a toy, though. It's harmless to the human body. Ado put the barrel to his temple and pulled the trigger. Please have a... See, I would have died if there was a one-to-one CG of that one scene from Danganronpa 2. If you played that game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That was an interesting way to describe it. Harmless to the human body. Then what does it harm? It doesn't harm anything. It's really just a toy. Ada was teaching me about how different parts come together. Right, Tsubasa was the one who actually assembled it. Yeah, Duck Game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I did a lot of reading while I was confined. That's where I learned how to make it. I just shared what I learned. Why would you waste her time on a silly little toy? Sheesh, keep it down. I don't want Surrey and Nicole to find out. That's even more suspicious. I believe you, Ado. You should always trust the shadiest character in a mystery. What do you know about mysteries? The mere fact you'd rely on assumptions about the genre shows what an amateur you are. Shut up, you nasty brat. I'd play dozens of mystery adventure games. I'd play them all to death. I'm going to have to stop you right there, Miss Amamiya. Nobody talks to my dear sister like that. Please, everyone, calm down. Ava, I'd appreciate if you kept your thoughts to yourself. You're our prisoner in case you forgot. That's not fair. Ava is our friend. Wow, aren't we blessed? Goody Two-Shoes has weighed in with another heroic opinion. Aren't you embarrassed? Your mask is the most embarrassing thing in the room. And it smells like poop. Ugh, I was so sweet to you, traitor. Jeez, man, this is the problem with girls. Unabashed sexism. Your old-timey gimmick is so lame. Who asked you to pipe up? You wanna go? Come and get it, loser. Shut up, all of you. Knock it off. Hiroko shouted at the top of her lungs. The room immediately fell silent. I'll hold on to that beam gun of yours. Hiroko held out her hand and Ado gave her the gun. I'll be the one who decides if this is really just a Troy. Everybody, be quiet and behave until then. You guys aren't yourselves right now. Something is very wrong. Go back to your rooms and cool off. Understood? For the rest of the day, everybody did as they were told, shutting themselves in their rooms and never coming out. The sun set as we stayed inside. And when it was dark out, somebody suddenly opened my door. It was Hiroko. I have an update about the beat gun from this morning. I wondered if it had some sort of switch somewhere that would enable and disable it. That's why I examined it, but there wasn't anything of the sort. So it really is just a toy? And it was right that it was harmless to the human body, at least. You couldn't hurt anyone with this. I took the gun from Hiroko and looked it over, and it felt solid and heavy. There was definitely something mechanical inside, but nothing happened when I pulled the trigger. All it did was play a tiny, cheap sound effect. So now we know Ado and Tsubasa were telling the truth, but that's not the real issue here, is it? Yeah, the beam gun was only the catalyst. There's a ton of resentment building up inside of everyone, waiting to go off. This happened to be the spark that started the fire. If you know what that's the problem, why didn't you say anything this morning? It's your job to keep everyone calm and mediate between them. Guess so, but I'm sure everyone is just exhausted. We spent 66 days living under serious pressure. Whatever it is, something has to change. Our next defensive battle is day 72. We have to do something before then. Hiroko fell into deep thought. Her gaze wandered. Shortly after, she pushed her fingers through her long hair and looked straight at me. Takumi, this may sound harsh, but it's your fault if things ended up this way too. You acted a little too distant from everyone in this timeline. I know, I've done this loop 146 times. There are timelines where you were a lot more proactive about integrating with the group. In those timelines, the others admire you more than they do now. They never would have fought like they did today. Their captain was an anchor for them. That strengthened their unity. That doesn't mean those timelines were perfect. We lost lots of people in them too. This isn't my favorite first time saying it, but this timeline is a real miracle. Nobody's died, and Ava and Ado are on our side. You need to treasure this timeline. The experience you have here, the time you get to spend here. Ultimately, that's what will lead to unity and harmony among the team. Hiroko quietly left my room. I couldn't move. She was right. There was no doubt about that. Her words weighed heavy on me, sinking into the pit of my stomach. But I just couldn't stand there and dwell on it. I already knew what I had to do. I think I know just the thing to fix this. Party! I clenched my fists as I murmured, trying to encourage myself. Please don't skip day 69. Okay.
Get ready for
Uchikoshi
your
would
60th
let
day
that
of active
message
service
play.
here at- Prepare to be ready to give you.
Uchikoshi, I will be disappointed if he doesn't let the message play. Edo and Tsubasa were telling the truth. The bead gun is just a toy. I had everyone pass the gun around. They each had a turn to inspect it, nodding when they were done. But Edo, why did you even want this for? There was a picture of this bead gun in one of the books I read while I was locked up. I found the shape and design appealing, that's all. Anyway, now that we know, I'm going to give this back to Tsubasa. Huh? Me? You're the one who made it, right? I could give it back to Edo, but I figured we'd put everyone on edge. After a moment of hesitation, Tsubasa slowly reached out and took the gun. Sheesh, everybody's still suspicious of me, huh? That's not it. Everyone's just kind of unbalanced right now. Little things have them jumping at shadows. But that's going to end today. Let's all wash all these feelings and tensions away and leave them behind for good. Wash them away? How? Oh, pool party time. Yep. Goodness, this is one of those night pools I've heard so much about. Yep, young women and men go wild together on the pool every night. Colorful lights everywhere. We're having an evening of debauchery and hedonism, aren't we? It's not a nighttime, and it's not any of those other stuff either, but sure. Are you sure? This is like so crazy. Takumi, did you do all this? Well, I had a little help. From me. It's our fault the hump day party got canceled, right? So in a way, this is an apology for that. And don't worry about swimsuits. We made sure to get them for all of you. Hold on a minute. Are we going to swim here? I told you, we need to wash all the negativity away. You meant that literally? Takumi, this is the dream. You do exactly what the people want. You mean what you want? But what about Suri and Nicole? Of course I got their permission.
If things stay as tense as they have been, it will hinder the mission. I can't have that. So you get special permission.
Everybody needs a break sometimes. But don't forget to keep it in your pants.
Kiyoshika, that also means you need to keep your pants on. I would never expose myself at the pool. Oh, for the love of murder. I love that. I love the oh, for the love of murder. Although everyone griped and complained, they ended up changing into the swimsuits we brought for them, and so began our Paradise Pool Palooza. The second version of it, I had embarrassing. All the complaining was just to cover up how embarrassed everyone felt. It took less than 5 seconds in the water for them to start shouting their in excitement. Pretty soon, they all had playful smiles on their faces. Everyone forgot themselves in childlike wonder, playing like kids. I was right there with them. I joined the conversations without hesitation and went crazy and wild with them. All of that strain and tension vanished in an instant. Everyone's faces looked so earnestly bright and happy, with droplets of water flying through the air. I memorized every last detail of the scene. I took in every passing moment and seared it into my brain. I never wanted to forget them. I never wanted to lose them. I could hear splashes of water all around me. Then everyone's joyous laughter echoed in the pool, drowning out the sound of water. Day 69. Please, please, please. This is our last chance, chat. This is our last chance.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine.
Uchikoshi, do not let me go down. Do not let me down now. This is our last chance to hear it.
Get ready for your 69th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. In celebration.
Hell yeah! Yes, Uchikoshi!
Music with a rock flavor all day.
Fuck yeah!
With our adrenaline pumped to the max. In the name of the fucking badassery of humanity, let's kill the shit out of these nasty pigs and protect the hell out of our beloved academy.
I knew Uchikoshi wouldn't let me down.
Huh? We're going to do what we did yesterday all over again.
Hell yeah!
Well, the plan's a little different.
Oh, festival scene. Hell yeah! What is this? Could it be a festival? I've heard of these. +1 thanks, Uchikoshi. You know what? I'm gonna add a special one. I got a special. We're gonna add a very special one because I'm feeling so nice. And we're only gonna have it up for the rest of this route. I'm gonna take it down after this route. Okay. Okay. There we are. There we are. We have fixed it. Could it be a festival? I've heard of these. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, men and women go crazy, chanting as they dance wild and free around a watchtower. It's a gathering of wild, abandon, and artistic expression to release pent-up desires, isn't it? Absolutely not. You're right about it being a festival, though. Wow, this is amazing. It's the coolest thing I've seen in my life. Oh, right. You've never been to a festival before. That's right. I'm so touched. Takumi and Hiroko, did you do this all? I only did about a quarter of the work. The rest was all Takumi. Takumi, you look like crap with all those dark circles around your eyes. Yeah, I was up all night working on this. You're crazy, man. I thought the pool party was cool, but this is peak. Peak, chat. Peak. I felt mixed emotions hearing Gaku's compliments. I set this whole thing up based on what Gaku did in my timeline, after all. I'm not so hot at festivals, personally, but they work so hard to please us. It would be a waste not to enjoy yourself. She's right, Darumi. Don't think of it as a festival. Think of it as a dark carnival. Well, why did you say so? Now I'm feeling it. Whoop, whoop. Okay, sure, whatever that means. Anyway, let's have a blast together, guys. But what's with this music? It's ridiculously out of place. No. Yugamu, this is an L take. L take. Just that, Saray and Nigol showed up. I was trying to do a rock vibe, and you went up and set up this folksy thing instead. No! If you have made it like a modern music festival, I can see you put a lot of effort, though. I'll give you what you want. Wait just 1 second. The two of them disappeared. No, not the rock music. Some time passed, and then... Okay, this is fine. Yeah, this is more like it. This is the kind of song you need for a festival. Then let's get the party started. Everybody cut loose and have fun. So begin our fabulous, frolicsome festival fiesta. The festival was alive with activity. The air filled with the sounds of happy chatter all around me. Yeah, well, wait. No, this is just reused asset from the other, from the original timeline. I would have thought that they would have added in, like, all the people who weren't around for that. Everywhere I looked, I saw radiant smiles. There wasn't a hint of gloom on these happy faces. Halfway through the festivities, Karawa started to cook. She made the Suzuki special curry recipe, handed down for the generations. It was so popular we had to line up for it. Before long, we ate in every last drop. After we were done eating, it was Gaku's turn to entertain us. Gaku climbed to the top of the tower, got to the DJ equipment, and showed us his skills on the turntable. The rest of us danced to the rhythm, wild and free. We went crazy, chanting and singing. We spun and flew, sweating so hard we practically melted away. And we continued to dance around the watchtower all night long. Woo! Yay! I guess they just didn't want to redraw that or add in the characters. When I woke up, the sky was already dusky. I have reached my limit after staying up all night partying for 2 days straight. I left my room and got ready for the day. By the time I was done, it was completely dark and almost time for dinner. I hurried to the cafeteria and announced my plan for the evening to everyone. What? You have to be kidding. We're all going to the rooftop for fireworks? Yep, sparklers, Roman candles, aerial fireworks, I got them all in my room. But Takumi, don't people usually space out these kinds of events? Yeah, you gotta be out of your mind just to go 3 days in a row. Don't listen to him, bro. I'm all for it. Honestly, the pool and the festivals weren't quite enough for me anyway. How does a broke brum like you have such a taste for parties? Did you say something? Well, if it's what our captain wants, I suppose we have no real reason to refuse. We're seriously doing this? Hot damn. If we are going to twist my arm, I guess. Despite their complaint, the smiles on their faces portrayed their true feelings. Then it's on. Huh? Sorry, and Nicole, what are you doing here? You need adult supervision to play with fire. We're just here as chaperones. Oh, for the love of murder, you made us do a lot worse than light some fireworks. I bet they're just being coy. You actually wanted to join us, didn't you? At the pool and the festival. Absolutely not. Not at all, not at all. Okay, then you guys can hang tonight. Let's loose our freaking minds. Doesn't it feel like something's missing? Are you talking about my mask? You are, aren't you? I just can't see the fireworks with it all, that's all. That's why I left it in my room. Eep, I'm so embarrassed, don't look. Karara, you don't need to wear that mask. You're only saying that because it stinks, right? Like poop, you right? No, that's not it. I just think it's a waste of a very cute face, personally. Huh? Is this what is known as Yuri? Karara froze, at a loss for words. Her face was red as a ripe tomato. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I wasn't talking about Karara's mask. Come to mention, we are missing some people. 4 of them. Hiriko, Moko, Ima, and Ava. What the hell are they? Everyone looked around. Just then, the missing 4 showed up. Sorry we're late. It took some time to explain what we're doing. Explain? We have a surprise guest for everyone tonight. He's all ready for us now. Introducing our special guest for the evening. Hey! Shion! Shion! Yo, Shion! Yo, Flamo! Everyone called out his name in surprise. Huh? What's going on? Does everybody know his name? We've met him plenty of times before. When? Yeah, while you were busy trying to knock up... knock up Hiriko. In other words, while we were jumping to other timelines. Okay. Hey, that's not what we were doing. Anyway, that's how they know him. I only found out yesterday at the festival. I heard it from Moko, Ima, and Ava. We thought we should bring Shion to the festival since it was such a big event. The 4 of us left the gym to ask him to come, but come to think of it, the 4 of them had disappeared for a while. Yeah, just conveniently the people who aren't in the there in the original timeline. Convenient. Okay. Sarah and Nicole wouldn't allow me to come. And besides, I'm not a real special defense unit member. I didn't want to get in the way of your fun. He tried to refuse again tonight. He was hesitant to come to with us, but we managed to convince him, and now here he is. You don't listen to a word I say. You're wasting his energy. Just summoning an avatar like this uses up strength. Was this a bad idea after all? Well, obviously it's fine. Huh? Shion is as much a part of the special defense unit as anyone. He's our 17th member. Hidden within this school. If he dies, we all die. If we die, he dies. Our destinies are intertwined. He's one of us, an important comrade. If you're going to disrespect one of our friends like that, well, you already know what I can do. I sent a sharp glare towards Sierra and Nicole. The 2 of them were clearly rattled by it. Takumi. Fine, if you're going to go that far, you can have your way, but just for tonight, be grateful for the Honorable Survey's magnanimous treatment. Thank you both, and you too, Takumi, sincerely. I nodded with a grin. Soon, everyone was smiling with me. Alright, time to get the show on the road. The fireworks are in your room, right, Takumi? Let's go get them. Where I won't stab you in the back. Or hide under the bed. So began our special defense unit, Shining Fireworks Shindig. Every member of the team was there. Hiriko, Nozomi, Moko, Tsubasa, the Tsukumo twins, Gaku, Shoma, Takamura, Karara, Darumi, and Kiyoshika. Even Yugamu was having a blast with everyone. We had our 2 commanding officers with us too. And Ava and Edo, who were once hostile to us, joining us on in the fun. Last but not least, there was Shion. 19, including me, all of us alive and well. We've gone through so much hardship in the last 70 days fighting to survive. Oh, this is not gonna end up well, isn't it? This was a true miracle. I took it all in, reveling in the joy in my heart. A long time ago, someone once said that life and fireworks aren't all that different. For a brief moment, they shine brightly, then they disappear into the dark. People struggle and strive to create a spark, all for that fleeting moment. That's what makes life so beautiful. Every word of what was said rang true to me. Who'd want to live forever? Being trapped in an infinite loop was a curse. I was going to break free. I was going to end this. I'd venture into the future that started from day 101 with all my friends. I'd get older with the passage of time and eventually die. One day, my fire would sizzle out. This was going to be the last time I lived through this war. I'd never experience these 100 days again. The thought made my heart swell. The instantaneous flash, the spark vanishing into the darkness, the flicker of the decaying embers were all breathtakingly beautiful. Day 71.
Get prepared. Be ready to give your...
Okay, surely we're not gonna do another party, right? Our 3-day party was binge finally ended yesterday. The next enemy attack will be tomorrow, day 72. We couldn't keep up the merriment forever. We need to switch gears. Once I was done with my breakfast and back in my room, I headed back out to make my rounds. Well, sleep maxing.
Make sure you get...
Well then.
I doubt I'll be getting much sleep, even though I'm totally wiped from all that partying. That they say it's hard to sleep when you're overtired. Is that what this is? Well, now since it's just waiting around, maybe if I go out for a little walk, it'll make me sleepy. I convinced myself to leave my room. It was just then I heard some sniffling. I could see someone on the other side of the fence. It was Hiroko. Huh? Again? Something like this happened before, the night of day 9. At any rate, I couldn't very well leave her like that. I went closer, hopped the fence, and sat down behind it. I swear to God, chat, if we get the same option to kiss her or not, and then it's the same thing. I knew it. Behind the lenses of her glasses, Hiroko's eyes were wet, with countless trails of tears running down her cheek. She was holding something tightly in her left hand. Ah, it was the calico cow figure I'd given her on day 10. She hurriedly put it back into her pocket when she noticed me and removed her glasses to wipe away her tears. The silence continued. I stayed by her side, not saying anything. After a little while of sitting there like that, Hiroko finally spoke.
You're not going to ask questions today? Last time you charged right in without any delicacy or tact.
Hey, even a guy like me can learn from experience.
Do you remember what happened on day 9?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Hiroko raised her head and stared at the faraway flames forlorn.
I had a dream on the night of day 8. And I had the same dream last night. It was day 101. Everybody was there. Everyone except me. I must have died somehow.
Damn.
I saw you there, Takumi. You were in my dream. So I'm positive you managed to break free from the loop. Or perhaps I should say, you will manage to break free. But I'm going to be trapped here. Forever.
Hiroko bit her lip and hung her head. I could tell she was fighting hard to keep from crying again. I spoke up before the tears had a chance to flow.
Come on, Hiroko. It was just a dream.
Sure.
It doesn't mean that really happened, or will happen. Think about it. If you were dead, how could you see everybody?
Oh no.
It wouldn't make sense if I was the only one to break free from the loop. We need everyone from the Special Defense Unit to survive in order to escape it. That includes you. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to worry. It was just a bad dream. It's going to be okay. You're not going to die, no matter what happens. Because I'm going to protect you. That's a promise, okay? Remember what I said before? I promised we'd both get out of this. That I'd build us a future where everyone can be happy.
Takumi.
A refreshing evening breeze blew by. Every time Hiroko's hair moved in the wind, I caught a familiar scent, the smell of lavender. Enveloped in that sweet fragrance, I sat there and waited for her to respond. Eventually, the trails of tears had all but dried from her cheeks. Looking much more like her usual self, she gave me a little smile and spoke.
You're right. It's not like me to be so bothered by a dream. Maybe I was just feeling nervous because we're getting closer to day 100.
I nodded.
Forget about all that for now. I've had an idea.
An idea?
Our next opportunity to jump is day 74. From 12:05 a.m. to 12:35 a.m. You remember, right?
Yeah?
I'm going to do something. Here.
Hiroko pulled out a coin out of her pocket.
I'm going to toss this coin. And you're going to call heads or tails.
I don't remember where I've seen these coins before. What were... I've seen these coins before. Where, is that just like a stock asset that they use? Or like... just something that they just reuse? I mean, yeah, reused.
Heads is the sun. Tails is the crescent moon.
What happens if I get it right?
How about we go explore the ruins together the day after tomorrow? On day 73?
Surrey and Eagle, their badges? Yeah, I think.
Why then?
We have a battle tomorrow. They'll come in the morning, but we'll be too tired afterwards.
And if I get it wrong?
Then we won't go. We'll just sit around and do nothing that day.
I was confused.
Why are we going out exploring if I get it right? Are you trying to indirectly ask me out?
Don't be so stupid. That's not it at all.
Oh, oh no, the coin bet! Hang on. I should really have, wait, no, some people are gonna know. I was gonna do a bet. And I was gonna be like, which is right, heads or tails? And no, there's an objective answer to it, ain't there?
Well, I don't really get it, but this coin flip is related to leaping in timelines somehow, right?
Yes, I'll explain everything later.
Why later? Tell me now.
No more questions. Just call it.
What's it gonna be? Hiroko flipped the coin. It tumbled through the air, landing on the back of her left hand. She quickly covered it with her own other hand, hiding it from my sight.
What's your guess? Heads or tails?
It was such a pointless question that felt silly to think about it too seriously. Even if it wasn't wrong, all it meant was that I wouldn't spend the day outside with Hiroko. There was no real risk involved. But I felt a strange stirring in my chest. Was there a fateful choice hiding behind this lighthearted pretense? Was there something unforeseen creeping closer? I couldn't help but worry. Instantly, I was conflicted. Logically, there was no real right answer, and yet, I couldn't just choose blindly. 2 more timelines would be created based on what I decided here.
Hello? Takumi, what's your answer?
And here goes urging. I steeled my resolve. I gave her my answer. Can't believe we're actually doing heads or tails in this. Oh, man. You know what, chat? I'm actually gonna flip a coin, and whatever it comes up as, we'll do whatever it says. So 1 second. can actually flip a coin. Hang on. Pro Bossera. Welcome, Prof. Bossera. Welcome. Actually, I will set a quick bet. /bet. Hang on. How do I set a bet? Hang on. How do you set a bet? I want to set up a bet for my coin bit. /prediction. Thank you. Okay. What does my coin have? What does the coin come up as? Heads, tails. I'll put an edge just for the lulz. I'll set it for 2 minutes. All right. Go bet. I have an actual coin here. What will it be? And if it lands on edge somehow in this, if it lands somehow on edge, I'll just jump on over to the main line. I think that's the only way that can be fair. Congratulations, this is our first ever bet. Oh my god, somebody, oh, holy shit. Oh man, what is the, how are people voting? 2 people on heads, 3 people on heads, 4 people on tails. What could it be? You got 1 minute, you got 75 seconds to vote. Not even one person is gonna vote on edge. Not even one person is gonna vote on edge. Wow. You don't even know what kind of surface I'm gonna flip it on. Not even one answer coin is gonna go on edge. Wow. Where is my risky gamblers out there? But yeah, if it somehow lands on edge, I'll just hop onto the main line and we'll save this route on at the end. He's going to lie and say it's edge no matter what it lands on. Listen. You are not gonna force me to play Roblox. I don't care. I would rather delete my channel than play Roblox. Listen, it's a low cost bet for about 75,000 coins. Just put one on edge. Somebody out there can do it. I would choose edge if you toss it on sand. Look, it's just one coin. Well, it looks like nobody voted for edge. So let's flip the coin. All right. First ever bet on the Momo channel, and I'm flipping it. Shit, where did it go? There it is. And the answer. That is the, how do I resolve the bet? Review requests. Shit, how do I do this? I'm such an amateur. I'm so amateurish. Oh my god. /prediction? Choose outcome. There we are. Is tails. Alright. So whatever has been hidden behind tails is our fate. Five people made it off big off this stream.
Tails.
Alright, let's see if that was the right answer. I gave my decision with confidence, and Hiriko moved her hand to reveal what was underneath. A sun symbol, which meant...
I was wrong, huh?
No! Tails fail us! Tails failed us! No! No! Tails was the right choice for chat, but it was the wrong choice for Takumi. Oh, no.
Sorry, Hideko. Guess this means no date for us.
Damn.
I don't care. I told you. It wasn't a date.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, tomorrow's another defensive battle. I'm going to bed. See you.
I can't wait to know what kind of disaster happens now that we got Tails. With that, she climbed over the fence and left. I was left on my own, staring at the undying flames in the distance.
Hey, you said you were going to tell me everything.
I spent the night without ever finding out what the coin toss had to do with our next loop, or what Hiroko's real intentions behind our potential non-date. Damn. Damn. Alright, is this just gonna lead to a bad ending? Means you get no head? Yep, that's true. For real? It's all cannon fodder and...
Yum, yum, yum.
That's right. Excluding Vessus, there's only one commander left, Dalshaw. But he's not coming today, so... Unless I endure the torment of multiplicity tables again, there's no reason to do this time. I'm already used to hearing them talk. Right, we can just ignore what they're saying. Together, this will be a breeze. After all those players, we're a closer-knit team than ever before. Let's show them how much stronger the special defensive unit is now. Everyone clenched their fists with determination. The alarm sounded immediately after. Okay, guys, let's do this. Special defense unit, move out. Not like this.
Phew. That's all of them for now.
Don't be so sure. There's more of them lining up for punishment now.
Step right up, little monsters!
Thank you, Pepsi Addict, for giving out 5 gift subs. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs to the chat. Thank you very much, Pepsi Addict. Oh. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much.
Yes, let us hack and slash and slaughter them all.
I don't want to fight! Help me!
Was that really it?
Yep.
Ugh, what a letdown.
Huh. That was freakishly easy. And trust me, I would know about freakish.
Well, victory's ours all the same. So...
Wanna do the thing?
Yeah, I nodded. Yeah.
All right. Ready? And go!
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
Everyone's cheery voices echoed across the empty battlefield, but for some reason I felt a strange stirring in my chest. There wasn't any direct cause for it. Maybe it was an instinctive gut feeling or something like it. The story didn't go away until I got to sleep that night. Nothing will go wrong now. Day 73. 27 days left.
Get prepared. Be ready to give your...
It had almost 3 hours since I finished breakfast. Hiroko and I were standing behind the school building in a daze. Hey, Hiroko, what exactly are we doing right now? I told you we did the coin toss 2 days ago. If you lose, we'll just stand around and do nothing. And that's what we're doing, isn't it? Nothing at all. I don't get it. Seeing as we're here now, how about that explanation you promised me? You want to know? Yeah, of course. Then get on all fours, spin around 3 times, and bark. Why would anybody do that? Because I want you to. Do you need any further explanation? The sadistic, psychopathic, 4-eyes freak. I cursed her mentally, but round and round I went.
Woof.
Woof. Very well, I'll explain. With a smug grin on her face, Hiroko began to walk eastward. I followed close behind. Before long, we were deep in the forest. Suddenly, we stopped, and Hiroko turned around to talk to me. When is our next sleep window, Takumi? Day 74, at 12:05 to 12:35 a.m. Around half a day from now. Are we going to do anything during that time? No, we are staying put. We are? You failed the coin toss the night before last night, remember? Just like the 5 chatters in my chat. Yeah, I called tails. But that means there's a timeline where you called heads. In other words, a timeline where you were right and we went out today. To keep it simple, let's call the versions of ourselves in that timeline Takumi 6 and Hiroko 6. Tonight, Takumi 6 and Hiroko 6 will come to this timeline. Wait, huh? Wait, what? We're going to visit ourselves from some kind of right guess timeline? That's why I said what I said. If your answer was right, we'd jump timelines. If you were wrong, we'd wait. That's the decision I made even before I even tossed the coin. But what are they going to do here? They'll meet up with us. And then what? The more people on our side, the better, right? 2 heads are better than 1. 4 are better than 2. This feels like it's gonna go awful. What? I assume you haven't given up on using this distress signal transmitter. Of course not. The chances of everyone's survival goes up if we can get to the satellite even 1 day earlier. Don't you think it would be more efficient if we split into 2 teams to find out the Livor Mortis code? The teams can meet up and share the codes they've learned. Oh, this is gonna go badly. We only have 3 left, so yeah, if we could make that work, we'd get them a lot faster. And now things are making sense. You deliberately made us stand around and do nothing so that history would branch off, right? You need to make sure something happened in this time that was on the opposite of that one. The one where we are on a date right now. What's the matter? Are you disappointed you didn't get to go out with me after all? No. I told you it wasn't a date. Hiroko yelled viciously and put me in a headlock. My arteries were squeezed, my oxygen wasn't reaching my brain, and then Takumi passed out and died. 3 seconds later, I was out like a light. Very cool, Hiroko, very cool. Day 74. 12:04 a.m. Hiroko and I stood in the center of the lab, waiting for Takumi and Hiroko 6 to appear. 1 minute left. Be careful, the window's only 30 minutes. Got it. We need to use our time to talk to them. If we go too long, they won't be able to go back to their timeline. Yes, so let's not waste the time on idle chit-chat. What do you mean by idle chit-chat? I don't know. Gossip about dirty manga? Why would we do that? As I was complaining, the clock took over to 5 minutes past the hour. Yo! Hang on, let me get the Pringles can out. And just like that, 2 people wearing leaf suits appeared on the circular platform in front of us. You must be me and Hiroko from the right guess timeline?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're right on time.
Hold on, we're going to take these off.
Isn't this plan a little overly complicated? I'm the one over here. Over where? I don't know where I am anymore. It's me, Hiroko 1. Excuse me, I'm Hiroko 1. You're Hiroko 5. No, you're Hiroko 6. This whole thing's a mess. Put your leaf suits back on. And now we're just gonna waste all of our time.
Is this better?
Yeah, I've seen your faces now. Let's just move on. We don't have time for this. Let's get down to business.
We still need free liver mortis codes, right?
Yes, the ones we haven't found are Takamura, Ima, Takumi's, and mine. We need to find 3 out of 4 of them. And the next time we can jump is...
In 5 days, from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. on day 79. So at that time, we need to split into 2 groups and check a total of 3 liver mortis codes between us.
The question is, which timeline does each team jump to? We started to investigate and narrow it down to the 2 most efficient timelines.
First up is the serial killer timeline. 6 of our team will be dead by day 79.
Edo, Ava, Karara, followed by Moko, Shoma, and lastly Takamura. I couldn't bring myself to say anything. There was a suffocating pain in my chest. Takumi 6 was probably feeling the same way. He was staring down at his feet somberly. After all, the person who killed those 6 people was... him, me, us.
Don't tell me you're still stuck on that.
Excluding Edo, it wasn't really you who killed them.
It was an inevitability caused by the Gi possession. Haven't we been over this?
We really need you to move on.
I know.
I know that, but...
At any rate, Takamura was one of the casualties of the serial killer timeline.
If we jump there, we'll be able to get his liver mortis code. I didn't really want to do it, but I had no choice. Takumi 6 and I nodded silently.
Our other destination is the zombie timeline, right?
Yeah, that seems like the most efficient one to visit.
By day 79, 9 people are zombified, 5 of whom have been incinerated. The remaining zombies will be Moko, Kako, Ima, and Kiriko. But even if they're zombies, they will still be fully dead. They'll have lost all their cryptoglobin, so the number should show up.
If we go to that timeline...
we'll see Ima and Hiriko.
We can check both of their codes. For Takumi 6 and my associate, it was now Hiriko's turn to appear displeased.
You don't seem too happy about this plan. Of course not.
What kind of person would be excited to go see their own zombified back? But we don't have any other choice.
This is the only timeline where we can get both codes.
The Hirikos look at each other and let out a sigh, each hanging their heads. We can read out the details of our plans. Hiriko and I from the wrong guess timeline would go to the serial killer timeline. Hiriko 6 and Takumi 6 from the right guess would go to the zombie branch. We knew who was going to do what.
Allow me to repeat, we leave on day 79.
We'll have 3 hours, not a lot of time to waste considering the trip to and from the school. We'll report the liver mortis codes to each other the next time the blood space wave surges.
After that, we'll all go back to our home timelines. Yes, I think that would be best.
We'll jump to your timeline when it's time to meet.
Got it. We'll be waiting for you in our diver suits.
In exchange, you better not show up empty-handed.
I could ask the same of you. You'll pay if you screw this up.
Excuse me, how dare you speak to me like that? Okay, girls, let's remain calm. It was past midnight by the time we were done. Our time was almost up. The right guest timeline duel configured the machine, hit the red button, and jumped onto the platform.
Well then, we're counting on you.
And we're counting on you. Don't let us down.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready. Prepare to spend. Be ready to get.
I wasn't hungry, so I didn't go to the cafeteria. I didn't feel like making the usual rounds either. I was curled up in a ball in the corner of my room. 5 days from now, Hiroko and I would go to the serial killer timeline. The thought depressed me. I played it cool the night before, but the gloomy thoughts were swirling around inside me. Nobody wants to meet themselves as a serial killer. After giving up on trying to fix him, I'd put that version of me out of my mind. Or maybe the truth was that I wanted to look away, that I walled off those thoughts. I couldn't bring myself to intentionally tear down that wall, but letting someone else destroy it for me was even worse. I spent all day cooped up inside. Finally, I closed my eyes and when the sun set. Day 75. Day 76. Day 77. Day 78. Day 79. And so, 4 days passed in the blink of an eye. It was finally day 79, our next sleep window. But because of all the stress, I barely knew what I was doing. I felt like I was wandering through thick fog all day, my memory skipping around. Of course, we went to the serial killer timeline like we'd planned, but I remember that much. Once we jumped, we went to the school, still in our suits. Our objective was to find out Takamura's liver mortis code. His body would be stored in the morgue on the 2nd floor. We took the stairs to the 2nd floor. I don't remember what happens in the serial killer timeline at this point. Hiroko went to the morgue first. I couldn't bring myself to go in after her, after all. Oh! Hey, fucking Gaku. Hey, look! That's the killer! We must seize them at once! I ran for my life. I ran and ran. I ran in circles around the entire school. Finally, succeeded at shaking the others off by ducking into the bathroom on the 1st floor.
Phew, that was close.
I took off my leap suit so I could pretend to be Takumi from this timeline. Takumi too. This should do it. I stepped out into the hallway. Surely this is not the timeline where we're already dead, right? Somewhere near the stairs, I ran into the 4 who'd been chasing me earlier, as well as Dorami and the twins. Hey, Takumi, why are you walking around like nothing's wrong? Didn't you hear we saw the killer? You shouldn't be walking around alone. Alright, don't worry, I'm fine. I gave them all a thumbs up and hurried up the stairs, rushing into the morgue.
Are you?
Don't worry, it's me from the SF timeline. What happened to your leap suit? Some stuff happened. I had to take it off. Don't worry, I'll get it back when we leave. I see.
I see.
So what's Takamura's number? Hiroko approached one of the bodies and peeled back the white sheet. 7. That's
right.
Seeing Takamura's disfigured body in front of me made me feel like someone pushed a dagger through my heart. That's all I can clearly remember. In the end, for better or for worse, I never saw that timeline's Takumi, and before I knew it, I was back in my own timeline. You've been out of it all day. Are you alright? Yeah, we're back in our timeline, so I'm fine. I hope so. Anyway, we've met our quota. As long as the right guest timeline can get the code from the Ima's body in yours, we'll have a full set. That'll be all the liver mortis codes we need. When's our next sleep window? 11 p.m. exactly, day 84. But it's only 15 minutes long. Well, all we need to do is to tell each other the liver mortis codes. That should be plenty of time. Still, we should be careful. We'll be jumping to their timeline. If we miss the cutoff, we'll be stuck there. I know that. Do you think they'll pull it off? Hiroko nodded deeply at my words. I don't think so. I'm sure of it. They are us, after all. Day 80. Day 81. Day 82. Day 83. Day 84.
Get prepared to be ready to give your...
Okay, what stupid shit is gonna happen on the right answer timeline? I couldn't sit around all day. It was day 84. This would be a fateful day for Hiroko and me. No, for the whole Special Defense Unit. Tonight at 11 p.m., we'd go see versions of us from the right guess timeline. Once they have told us Ima and Hiroko's number of mortis codes, we'd have all the dishes we needed. After breakfast, I went back to the roof in good mood. There, I saw a silhouette. It was Hiroko. She was standing there with her back to me. For some reason, I had the sudden urge to startle her. Maybe the excitement pumping through me put me in a kind of mood. With careful, quiet steps, I slowly came up behind her. And then... Boo! Got her! I grabbed her by the shoulders and she left away with a quick shriek. At the same time, something fell, her glasses. They clattered across the ground. She scrambled to pick them up, making sure they weren't scratched before putting them back on. Have you ever been turned inside out? Inside Out? I've seen that movie. I'll shove my arm down your throat and pull out your tailbone the long way. These glasses are worth more than my life, you know that. I didn't know, but I couldn't come out and say that. Sorry, I didn't think they'd fall off. They're not broken, are they? No, the lenses are fine, but don't think that means you're forgiven. That's why I'm apologizing. Too late, you'll pay for this. Hiroko stared me down with a sharp glare. She was standing her ground. My back was against the wall. It was time to resort to desperate measures. You totally went eep just now. What? So, once we find out whatever bullshit is gonna happen today, this night, I think I'm gonna call a stream there, because I have a very hard cutoff at about 5:30 my time. So, I don't want to risk getting in the middle of a scene, because this route has been very good so far. Like, this is everything I wanted the rest of the game to be, and honestly, this route is improving a lot of the routes that I thought were kinda but in retrospect, with all of this, like, setup in addition, I'm starting to really like how this all came together here. I really like this part. I don't think it quite makes up for how boring Boxes of Calamity was, or the Boxes shit, but like, this is at least significantly improving on a lot of the things that they set up there. And it also really challenges my assertion earlier that a lot of the stories were self-contained. I didn't know you were that kind of girl who shrieks like that when she gets surprised. I never would have guessed. Ugh. Maybe I should tell everyone. I bet Gaku would love to know. Fine, I'll wipe it off the record. I nodded with a smirk. Hiroko looked away, her face beet red. After that, I couldn't help but skip back to my room. We'd be able to jump at 11 p.m. Still plenty of time. I can't just sit around, so I'll go see what everyone's up to. I remembered to myself, then went off my usual rounds. Sleep maxin'! I was finished preparing. I had my leap suit on, but there was one thing missing. Hiroko! Where was Hiroko? It was already past 11 p.m. In our earlier meeting, we agreed to be here at 10:30 p.m. And yet, there was no sign of her at all.
What is she even doing? We only have 15 minutes.
My unease grew. An unpleasant sweat broke out over all my body. Just then, Hiroko burst into the lab. Takumi, this is all your fault. What? You broke the internal clock in my glasses. God fucking damn it. That's why I'm late. You mean this morning? Obviously, the impact must have done it.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we really need to get going.
Ugh. With an irritated grunt, Hiroko raced over to the locker. She flung the door open and quickly changed into her leaf suit.
Is the PLM ready? All set. Then let's hurry.
11:10 p.m. We only have 5 minutes. Hiroko hurried onto the platform. I slammed the red button and jumped on after her, and then...
Here we go!
So I guess we're never gonna get an explanation of who made this.
Sorry we're late.
Oh, fan-fucking-tastic. What a great time for the sprites to break. Fucking, oh, God fucking damn it. What a great time for the sprites to break once again. What were you doing?
We ran into some trouble because of Takumi. Don't get the wrong idea if you say that. You were the cause of the delay, weren't you? Well, I can't argue that, but still.
See, I told you. Hiroko 6 and Takumi 6 exchange looks. What had they been talking about before we showed up? We don't have time for this. We need to exchange information. Hiroko 1 and I nodded. We'll go first. Ima's code is 1. Hiroko's code is 4.
That's 1 and 4.
It took a few seconds for it to set in. As soon as it did, Hiroko 1 and I turned to each other and let out a cry of joy.
We have all the codes we need. Thanks, guys. You did very well. Even more considering you had to get them off the backs of zombies.
We pulled it off thanks to some goggles Tsubasa made for us. Sure. Enough chatter. What about us? Stop celebrating us and tell us the code you found. Got it.
Got it. We recovered Takamo's crew. The number on his back was 7.
7, huh? Lucky number 7. Now we got all the codes we need. Thank you, you two. Or should I say us? I knew we could do it.
You took the words right out of our mouths. You've been a big huge help. Thank you, truly.
No need to thank us. You need to get back quickly.
Yeah, you're right. Good luck to you, then.
We dashed to the console and configured the machine. Except it failed because... It's 11:16 p.m. Hiroko 1 and I stood stunned. Hiroko 6 spoke, looking at us with sympathetic gazes. I'm sorry to say, it looks like the window has closed.
No! This can't be.
Hiroko 1 and I hung our heads. We couldn't bring ourselves to say anything. It took some time for us to recover. Finally, I raised my head and spoke quietly.
Well, there's no point in getting depressed about it. We just have to change our mindset.
Sorry, guys. We should have exchanged info faster. Yeah.
You don't need to apologize. We were the ones who were late. Although Takumi is the one responsible for that. Stop making it sound like it was all my doing.
Looks like you two will have to stay in our timeline until blood spray waves rise again. When will that be?
Let's find out. Good, it's sooner than I thought.
The day after tomorrow. Yes, day 86 from 8 to 11 a.m.
We have a free hours, plenty of time, even if someone shows up late. What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not supposed what happened to you two, but you should try to get along. Yeah, you're going to be stuck here together for another 32 hours after all. Right here?
Right here?
Sorry, but there's no way we could take you back to the school.
That makes sense. I'd say the same thing if I were in your shoes. Our shoes. I don't believe this.
We'll bring you some food tomorrow morning. I'm really sorry about this.
It's fine, don't worry.
Well then. After thanking us one last time for the liver mortis codes, they quietly left with apologetic looks on their faces. Hiroko and I removed our leaf suits, forcing our sluggish limbs to cooperate. We really blew it. Now we have to stay here until the morning after tomorrow. And whose fault is that? Mine for breaking your glasses. But you know, there's plenty of other ways to check the time. Now you have the nerve to be insolent with me? Sorry, I was just playing. I'm kidding. Well, whatever. Those two were right. I'd rather not spend the next 32 hours being hostile with you. We went to sleep without any further conversation. We all had our different orders codes, but we weren't in any mood to indulge in celebration. Okay, I thought that would last a little bit longer. We can probably make it to when we get back to our timeline, assuming no bullshit happens. The right guest timeline, Hiriko and Takumi showed up shortly after sunrise.
Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting. We brought you some food. We put it in the cabinet over there. Thanks, we appreciate it. Sorry to make you guys go out of your way. By the way, we have something we would like to discuss with you. What's that? You were worried about that? We have no reason to refuse. Are you sure? Yeah, don't worry about us. Just go ahead and boot up the transmitter when you get back. We'll be able to get back to our timeline tomorrow anyway. And then we'll be calling the rescue craft just like you. There's no need to spare our feelings.
Oh.
Oh no, something's gonna go wrong there. Good, you agree. Huh. You're me, so you knew exactly how I was going to respond, didn't you? Yeah, I had a hunch. So the codes are gonna be wrong, and then they're gonna die. This is goodbye then. Well, I wish you the best of luck. You're not going to enter the code wrong, are you? I'll be fine. Are you sure about that? Just what kind of guy do you take me for? A slow-witted, careless servant. Ugh. What are you laughing about? They're talking about you too. All right. Hiriko 1 and 6 laughed, amused. Takumi 6 and myself awkwardly avoided looking at each other. All right, you two take care. We'll be praying that all of you over there make it safely to day 100. Hiriko 1 and I shook our hands with our counterparts. Afterwards, they flashed us a quick thumbs up and ran out of the lab. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. I know who's gonna show up. Geet Up Kako's showing up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nothing of interest happened after that. Time just slowly ticked on by. Eventually, night fell. We're gonna be waiting here, and Geet Kako's gonna show up. A cold silence washed over the lab. It felt eerie. There was no reason for it, but it felt weird. It was the same kind of stirring in my chest I felt after our last defensive battle. What? What do you mean, what? You keep looking at me. You're looking at me, too. What time is it? I pulled out my device and checked the time. 11:40 p.m. Just over 8 hours to go. Then we can go back to our own timeline. Yeah. We had only been stuck here for 1 full day so far, and yet, for some reason, I'm starting to miss everyone from our timeline really badly. Day 86. 7:58 a.m. 2 minutes until we could jump. Hiriko and I finished setting the machine, already wearing our leap suits. Just then, we had an unexpected visit as Hiriko and Takumi from the right guest timeline appeared.
What are you guys doing here? What about the rescue craft? Didn't you call it yet?
It's complicated. We decided not to use the distress signal transmitter.
Why not? I can't really explain. I just had this weird feeling. It was like something horrible was going to happen, so I stopped entering the code.
A weird feeling. I don't understand. Oh, the code's just totally wrong and we were gonna make a choice there. Neither do I. Anyway, Takumi, Hiriko, listen closely. You shouldn't use the transmitter when you get back. Consider that my advice or maybe a warning. 8 a.m. came around as we were talking.
I'm not sure I follow, but I'll keep your warning in mind. At any rate, we need to get going.
Yeah, we'll be wishing you good luck out there. You guys be careful too. We'll be praying that all of you over there will make it safely to day 100. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, we had this exact conversation yesterday.
Hiriko and I made it to the platform. I hit the button and followed right after.
Be seeing you.
Oh, and I guess Hiriko just didn't load in. Phew, we finally made it back. I really miss this place. What are we going to tell everyone when we get back? I don't know, but we'll think of something. I see. Well, let's get going. I want to see the others. I ran out to school. Hugo was close behind me, but... Get up, Kako arrived! Where did everybody go? Oh no, we're all socked face. Hey, Shion, buddy, what's up? Yeah, shit looks fucked. Huh? What's happening here? Where is everybody? We've only looked on the first few floors. I'm sure they're on the fourth floor of the roof. I ran out to the courtyard and headed for the stairs. I rushed up 2 stairs up to the fourth floor. The first place I stopped was the leisure lounge, and what I saw there was...
No.
This can't be.
The blood drained from my face. I went weak in the knees. I could hardly continue standing upright. What the hell happened here? I tried to scream, but I couldn't make a sound. The only thing I could force out of my dry throat was a raspy gasp. I can't give up yet. If I bring them to the infirmary, I might be able to revive them. Desperately trying to convince myself, I took a single step, drawing closer to the bodies. The very next second, stab, stab, stab. My vision soaked in red. I turned around to see Hiroko spewing a massive amount of blood from her neck.
Hiroko!
Her body fell to the floor like a marionette whose strings had been cut. The light was already gone from her eyes.
Hiroko! Hiroko! Hiroko!
I screamed and ran over to her, but the moment I knelt down... Suddenly, the ceiling was right in front of me, and I was on the floor, my throat slit. The blood clogged my throat, preventing me from speaking. I couldn't even breathe. Everything started to turn foggy and hazy. I'd be unconscious soon. But I wanted to at least see who did this. I turned my head, my eyes wandering. Standing there was... Kako. Hey, what's up? Kako G. Of course, who else would it be? She must have come here for the mystery timeline. Soon after that, my consciousness suddenly vanished. The last thing my retinas, what registered was Kako G's staring face as she licked her lips. I want some frogs. Okay, that was an okay ending. Revenge of Kako G. Alright. So, gotta guess that, if we picked heads, we would go on, and then we would pick a, then we would decide whether or not we wanted to use the signal thing. And then if we use that, the poison would kill us, and then we keep on going and going and going until we reach the final 2 endings here. That's my guess. Alright. I think that's an excellent place to stop for today. Who are we rating? I will be back here tomorrow. And, yeah, let's raid, Jelly. Let's raid Jelly. He looks like he's doing Balatro. /raid. Jelly Channel TV. Tomorrow will probably be a long stream. I don't think we will finish the game. I think that we will be in position to finish the game potentially on Saturday or Sunday. Cause what's really left? At this point, we have this, about 29 days left with about maybe 1 branch, maybe. And then we have whatever is left on the quote-unquote main route here. And that is 27 days. maybe some variations to remain or something. But I do think that we are definitely very much in the end game. Like, I am gonna doubt that we last more than 3 streams at this point, at the pace I'm going. So, I hope to see you guys all there for the final endings. We are down to 9. We are down to 9. Anyway, let me get the raid started. Hang on. /raid jelly channel TTV. Alright. Folks, thank you all very much for your support. The end is in sight. The end is in sight. Alrighty. See you all later.